Chelsea are world champs.
World champions.
You lot are already world champions.
Chelsea are Club World Cup champions.
Chelsea are champions of the world.
World champions.
World champions, guys.
Chelsea, congratulations.
World fucking champions.
You have won everything in world football.
Yeah, world champions for 4 years.
Everything in club football.
You're the world champions.
World champions.
You are the world champions.
World champions, yeah. I'm not gonna be one of them like saying, yo, like there's a Tim Pot trophy. It's a pre-season trophy, bro. It's a Club World Cup, man. See the size of that trophy, bro.
Chelsea are gonna have a stamp on their chest for 4 years saying world champions.
They're gonna have Club World Cup winners for 4 years.
4 fucking years saying world champions.
I try to downplay it like the mad vacating, you get me? But you comes to a point when you're like, you know what, blood? Man can't even like. If they did a parade, yeah, man can't even knock it. You get me?
World champions.
The champions of the world.
They are the club world champions.
Chelsea are Club World Cup champions.
The best team in the world is now Chelsea Football Club.
Champions of the world.
And Chelsea aren't world champions now. Whatever you want to say about them.
They're going to be world champs for the next 4 years.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to be there 4 years time.
World champions at Chelsea Football Club.
Chelsea FC champions of the world.
My name is Troops. And I am the wise man. And I would like to introduce the reigning, defending, undisputed, undefeated world champion, Carefree Lewis G.
We are back live, people. Fucking hell. Big up every single one of you that's locked in. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another transfer show. And also, welcome back to another match preview. As we're going to be talking about all the latest transfer news over the last couple of days. And we will also be touching on this massive Champions League tie that we have tomorrow for both sides. Napoli needs to win just to have a chance of staying in the competition. We need to win to hopefully be in control of our own destiny and to hopefully keep us in the top 8 and leave February a little bit quiet, a little bit peaceful, and with a lot more rest for the Gargantuan Blues. But it is day 198 as your world champions. I ain't got my ring on me yet, but you already know what to do. Kiss the ring, acknowledge your king, like, subscribe, and let's get into all of the transfer news today. Shout out to Shawa. 200 million. We're going to talk about that in a little sec. I've had my source pop up for the first time in a while. So I have a couple of points that I want to bring up. And that does include Cole Palmer as well. Big up to Shawa. Big up to Pierre. Big up to Hoodie. Big up to 50 Big Macs. My G. Big up to Takura. Bomber Clark. Fucking hell. Yo, Judo, no, big up, man. Man's just hit 50 on the dot. Let's go. Where's the Sue gone? What the hell? There we go. Big up Judo Gnome. It's fucking tax weekend. I've got 2K I got to pay off, so I kind of needed that still. Big up my guy. God bless you, mate. Hope you're good. Shout out to the chat as well. Big up to Nathan. You already know what it is. Big up my G. Yeah, thank you for the donation, brother. Really appreciate it. This month fucking needed it. So, yeah. Love for that, my G. Big up, man. Big up to Brian. Big up to Pequeno. Big up to Alexi. Big up to Abdias. Who else? Fielder. We already said Shawa. Big up, man. Big up to Saint. Big up to James. Joey, I see you in the chat. Big up my G. Big up to H. You won the Douglas Luiz war. Yeah, great. Always do world champs for good people. Big up. Come on, G. You already know what it is. I might be at Villa away next month, depending on what the schedule's like. So if I am, I'll let you know, bro. But yeah, big up, man. Douglas Luiz has returned home, I guess. I'm more annoyed at the briefings that have come out of it than the whole saga. But we're going to touch on that in a little second. Shout out to Maldini. Shout out to Fabian. We did get a bit of Sterling news just now. And shout out to Daniel. Shout out to Michelle. Shout out to Harry. Issa, big up to Caicedo is clear of Rice. Come on, G. Big up to Nilesh. Shout out to Bola. Big up all you guys in here. 200 plus inside. Smash the likes. Subscribe. We got a lot to get into in today's show. So, the first and latest bit of news, we got this from Fabrizio just while I was doing the countdown. Shout out to Surfer for sending this to me. Sterling expected to leave Chelsea in the next days and ready to make his move soon. Chelsea and Sterling's camp in contact to find a solution before Monday, as Chelsea are prepared to let Raheem leave. No way. Talks underway between parties. We'll get into the whole source stuff about Palmer in a couple minutes. Don't worry, bro. I just wanted to bring this up because it's a bit early. But yeah. Does this mean Fulham's coming in for Sterling again? Because I thought they were meant to be getting Oscar Bob. I don't remember seeing anything about that deal falling through, so I got no reason to believe that Sterling is leaving. Unless Oscar Bob to Fulham has fallen through, or like Brentford want him. And Fabrizio tweeted yesterday that negotiations are advancing to the final stages for Oscar Bob to Fulham. Ornstein said City rejected an offer from Fulham for Oscar Bob, but talks continue. I think it's all dependent on that. Man, saying West Ham. Has West Ham showed any like interest in him? I know they're looking at Disassi on loan. I was going to touch on that in a little bit. But Sterling, what on Sterling? I don't see nothing about Sterling. Sammy Mockbell said there was links with West Ham, but that was on the 4th. Maybe West Ham, maybe Brentford. But we know it's only a London thing. Napoli were looking at him and this brother said, no, I'd rather stay at Fulham. Fuck a title charge. I'd rather stay at Fulham. Fuck potentially winning a Coppa Italia. I'm going to stay at Fulham. Fuck a new challenge. I'm going to stay at home. I want Fulham. So we know where it is. One final paycheck before he walks off into the sunset. Be it with us or be it with Fulham. Or maybe he'll try go Fulham in 18 months when the contract runs out anyway. But if anybody is even getting a little bit gassed off this being Fabrizio, I kind of wouldn't. Just because I'm trying to use my logic in this situation. I don't see Sterling dropping his wages. I don't see Sterling pushing to leave. The only way that that would happen is if he don't have to move anywhere. And Fulham would be the only club that would allow that. Even West Ham, you're probably a bit too far being in West London. You probably still have to move to East. But I don't see him making any attempt to try and leave. And even if he went to go to Fulham, a loan don't make sense because you've got no match sharpness. It's going to take them like a month to get Sterling even ready to play league games. Like, I think this is just a nice little briefing to throw out there, but I just don't see anything realistic with this because if it's not Fulham, I don't believe this shit personally. So that's a nice update and everything, but we know what it's going to be with Raheem. He is going to run down the 18 months because he's legally obliged to get that money. And I understand it. I'm not even going to cuss you out for it because we're the ones that gave you that contract. It is what it is. But yeah, this is an L that we're going to have to firm. And I don't believe Sterling is going to leave Chelsea, even if he's expected. Like, yeah, cool. Who's expecting it? Because I don't think anyone in this fan base is getting tricked by that anymore. But yeah, that is Sterling to wherever. And I don't think he's going to go anywhere. But shout out to chat. It was worth just bringing that up for the sake of bringing it up. Pause. Yeah, Abdias, we got a Disassi update too. We got a little Disassi update from L'Equipe. They were saying that, what was it? Had to change it to from French to English. West Ham entered discussions, but West Ham are not alone. Has L'Equipe got any other names on that? We'll look at that in a little sec. For now, it's worth talking about this. Douglas Luiz is no longer going to Chelsea. Oh no, anyway. But yeah, the Brazil international made it clear that he wanted to return to Villa, with his loan agreement with Nottingham Forest cancelled and another loan move finalised on Tuesday morning. Villa are moved for Luiz after an injury to Kamara. They've also got John McGinn out, and I think Tielemans is also out for them too. So with that, they pushed for Douglas Luiz. Luiz wants to return to a club that he's comfortable at. Obviously, he used to play at Aston Villa. You can see it from the thumbnail. And yeah, he's decided to go to Aston Villa. Although Chelsea, in typical Chelsea fashion, have decided to brief to the whole world that, oh yeah, and you guys will have no surprises with this one. We chose not to pursue him, guys. Well, we didn't want him anyway. She's butters anyway. I never fancied her. She was ugly anyway, man. That's the sort of shit that we're doing. Plan is to prioritize Andre Santos and other members of the current squad. Yeah, sure. Copy and paste Semenyo. No, cut Semenyo. Paste Douglas Luiz. Same shit. Same shit. So we want to prioritize our other midfielders, guys. Like, that wasn't going to be the case if you got Douglas Luiz anyway. That's why you wanted a loan with an option. Oh, it was because it didn't suit us. It didn't suit us. I think that was another briefing that we got. That one might have been from Fabrizio. Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Yeah, I knew I wasn't bugging. Chelsea are still considering some midfield options, but it was a no to the conditions wanted by Juventus for Luiz. Chelsea didn't even want a buy option included. He wasn't important for their project. Just a fourth choice midfielder, almost for free. Almost for free, guys. You don't want him anyway. He weren't even that important. Well, we didn't even want a buy option included. I just want to make sure I'm not bugging again quickly. Because if I check Ornstein, we didn't even want a buy option. So what? We weren't even trying to put an option to buy. All right, like, what difference does that even make? What difference does an option to buy that isn't an obligation versus a dry loan mean? It means nothing. But these men want to pull the same briefing because we got rejected and they're trying to save face. Nobody believes your shit. Nobody believes that. Arpan, thank you. Thank you. Only a loan with eventually a buy option. These lots suck. And before anyone says it, I'm not annoyed at the fact that we have missed out on Douglas Luiz. I already said from the start, you're bringing him in as depth for 5 months, whatever. He ain't no needle mover. You're not even asking him to be a needle mover. But don't lie. Why do you keep briefing that, oh, we didn't want him anyway? Like you think we're going to believe that shit. Nobody is falling for that. Like, just say that he wanted to go to a club that he was already been at and he's been comfortable at. Whatever. It's obvious. And also, like, they're quietly in a title race like we should have been quietly in a title race. So now you don't want to face that reality because you lot fucked up the last 4, now 5 windows. You want to just paint it out in something that makes you look good. But no, we didn't want him like that, guys. She's butters anyway. She's butters anyway. We didn't even want a buy option included. But hey, turns out we did want a buy option included. Shock and horror. Shock and fucking horror. And what else a comment? I wouldn't be surprised if a random Curtis Jones link comes up. Ahem. Does Simon Phillips have some news for you, my friend? Because I did see this. I weren't even going to bring up too much because there's not a lot to it. There isn't. But Simon Phillips, yesterday, our sources have heard that Liverpool midfielder Curtis Jones has been suggested as an option that they could turn to. You shouldn't be too surprised, my friend. You shouldn't. And he hasn't even mentioned whether that would be a loan or a permanent option. We are unsure of any details around this yet, or whether any approaches have been made to the player or his club, and whether it be a loan suggestion or a permanent. So what are you sure of? Wait, what? Oh, for goodness sake. He was heavily linked with a Tottenham move this window, says a suggestion he could be attainable. As well as this, he'll have 1 year left on his Liverpool contract come the summer. So that will probably be where the links are from. But no details around it. They don't know whether an approach has been made, whether it be a loan or a permanent. But the sources have said that Curtis Jones could be somebody that they turn to. I said you ain't taking Jones. The same thing would just be like fucking like Douglas Luiz, where you're coming in as depth. Now, he's still a good dribbler and everything, and he's got a decent amount of press resistance to his game, but you'd be walking in as depth. But even then, there's less to that than the Douglas Luiz stuff. We've just got one Simon Phillips maybe piece, and I mean a maybe, because he just said, I haven't heard about whether it's a loan, whether it's a permanent, whether we've spoken to the club, whether we've spoken to the player. There's, nah. Yeah, I'm not saying nothing against the player. I'm saying the link is there and there is nothing to the link. Nothing whatsoever to that link. So, yeah, there's a name that's been thrown around. Obviously, like, we've heard N'Golo Kante's name getting thrown around too, but I have the same feeling as I had with the Benzema stuff. Why is Al Ittihad letting one of their best players and one of their starters go midway through a season on loan for 5 months? Their season doesn't even go on a break. Like, I checked Al Ittihad's schedule. They're playing all the way to the end of May. So, why would they let N'Golo go on loan? It don't make any sense. It's a lovely idea. And obviously, I think we can all agree. If you're saying bring N'Golo as depth, fucking pull up. We're not questioning the wages anymore because, like, we're probably going to pay half of it. But it's not going to happen. There's nothing to that. So I don't know who this midfielder is that we're going to be looking for. It might be a Curtis Jones. It might just be somebody completely out of left field. But it's not going to be Douglas Luiz because we didn't want him anyway. We didn't want him anyway. He's bars. We didn't want him anyway. He's not even important for our project. Just a fourth choice midfielder. Like you weren't already looking for a fourth choice midfielder. Like you're not still telling me that you're looking for a fourth choice midfielder. But alright, man. They out the title race, so they might. Who? Al Ittihad. 6th in the league. 15 points off top. Damn. They must still be in their champs, though. I think they qualified. Yeah, they finished 6th in their group for that, too. So there's still a Champions League they can look at. Internal solutions, guys. Man said Kelly, but don't... Ruben. Would Ruben come back to sit on the bench again? Don't know. I think he still had his injury problems over at Italy, but I mean, it'll be a familiar face, I guess. Yeah, Abdias, no chance. It's a lovely idea for N'Golo, but why? Why would that make any sense for the loaning club? It just doesn't. It just doesn't. It's a lovely idea, and it's only a lovely idea. But yeah. So that's all on Douglas Luiz. Now, Cole Palmer. Let's talk about Cole Palmer. Now, we kind of already know the situation with him. We just got something from, like, Clear Lake's favourite mouthpiece, Sky Cava. Cole Palmer is happy at Chelsea and is untouchable. Chelsea privately are laughing the whole situation off. They imagine Manchester United are laughing it off as well. And he says, it's doing a lot of traction on social media, getting a lot of clicks. But in reality, just because you're a United fan, it doesn't mean that you'll end up playing for Man United. And this is all that we've tried to say as Chelsea fans. Why would he leave one project that isn't at a point of winning Premier Leagues or even competing for it to go to another club that's already basically right next to us? They're right next to us. Or like 1 point above us. Whoop-de-doo. They're in the same position we are. Why would he do that? It doesn't make any sense. If he's homesick, he's going to Manchester City. And in reality, he's not leaving. He doesn't want to leave. And Chelsea are in no need to sell him. Now, a few people were asking about the stuff that I heard from my source. Shout out to my source. It's been a while. Obviously, take it however you want to take it. I'm not asking you to believe me, but this is the stuff that I've heard. And he's the same guy that told me about all the players that we break the wage structure for and all the lineup leaks that I had back in the past. He said that Palmer's been going back and forth from Manchester because of some sort of personal issue. He didn't tell me what personal issue it was. Might be family, might be injury related. God knows. It's all up for speculation. But he has been going back and forth from Manchester a couple times throughout this season, and it's been due to a personal issue. And he's saying that that might be where these rumours are coming from. I've also heard that Chelsea don't want to sell him, are in no need to sell him. They're not pushing to sell him. They wouldn't listen to anything below 170 million. That's what I was told. Nothing below 170 million. So take that however you want to take that. Also, he said like there's no push to sell Enzo. There's no push to sell any of the major like untouchables. They might still have a price tag on their head, but it's a price tag that's like stupid enough to push all sorts of buyers away. The main thing that we're looking at is more like the pure profit, and it's more like the academy players. I'm hearing a little thing about Achimpong. Josh Achimpong, because apparently his dad's doing a little bit of complaining about the minutes that he's had this season. So if you're going to look at anybody that might be on their way out, keep an eye on Josh. Keep an eye on Josh. Because he's not getting a lot of minutes. Apparently his dad's asking about minutes. And like there's a few rumblings around him. But in terms of all of our untouchable players, nah. Not even Enzo. I heard about Enzo. Like, he's got a price tag, but a very big price tag that people doubt clubs are really going to look into him for. So I doubt it unless Enzo pushes for the move specifically himself. And Enzo is also viewed as one of those untouchables. So all in all, United, you better be willing to break the English record for Palmer, and you need to wipe it out of the planet. And you're not going to do that. So these rumours, I didn't hear anything about Cucurella and Reece James' situation. So I can't give you anything on that. Cucurella is all up in the air. Reece James, I just think they could never. They could never. That don't make any damn sense to let to let Reece James go. And Reece won't push for an exit either. He'll run that contract down into the ground. Yeah, 170 as a minimum. Enzo, Palmer, Caicedo, I'd assume Reece, but like still drop the contract. I want to say Cucurella, but you got two years left, and the same thing. Like we gave him a contract, but we gave him a pay rise and not an extension. I don't get it. Enzo as high as GA, you ain't so. Yeah, bro, we're not even thinking about the France stuff anymore, man. I just want him to be a bit consistent. That's it. I'm not even thinking about France. That's already came and went. He's just been a bit inconsistent for us this season still. But even then, like, I'm not massively pushing to sell Enzo. Personally, I have a lower price tag for him than what Chelsea would validate him at, but I'm not pushing to get rid of him. If someone drops me 80 million, I'll be real, he can go. He can go. I'm not saying get him out yesterday or something like that. I ain't saying that. Big up Alios, my G. Also, why didn't it save Anthony's super chat? One sec. Didn't you see Enzo Selly after the pen? No. Well, I didn't pay any attention to it. What was the celebration? Big up to Alios, saying, you see this coach Riera that Frankfurt is getting? We should have gone for him. Top young manager. Don't know what he was doing in our league for so long. Riera. Who the hell is that? Frankfurt. Albert Riera. Is that Selje? I don't know nothing about him still. But I've got the name on a tab, so I'll keep a lookout for that one. But big up Alios, man. To be fair, like Rossinia's got an 8% win rate so far. He's kind of doing his thing. He's at our rivals. Oh yes, you a Salzburg fan, right? I hope I didn't get that wrong, because that might be offensive if they're a rival of you. But I'm guessing. I'm guessing it's that one. Albert Riera. Yeah, I think that name was ex-Liverpool. Yeah, it was. 08-09 season. I thought his face looked a little bit familiar. He has got them PTSD eyes, though. It's crazy. Yeah, mad. Maribor. Oh, yeah, that was it, because you brought that up and I brought up the Maribor shirt from when we beat him 6-0. That was it. Forgot about Maribor, man. What a throwback. Well, I hope Riera does well. Maybe Chelsea will be his next move, seeing as we love next up managers. And we'll probably turn Rossinia into a no-man in a year or so's time. Big up to Anti Lafleur, saying there's going to be discussions about renewing Ruben's contract with us at Milan because Allegri wants to keep him. What do you make of Ruben at AC Milan? I hope he's been doing well for you. Always rated Ruben. That 18-19 season we will never forget. And especially won't forget those 21-22 performances under Tuchel before Chilwell got the injury. But, yeah, I hope he's doing well. I heard some rumours about him potentially coming back to England, but I never really heard anything with Chelsea still. Oh, yeah, it was United. That was it. That makes sense. But, yeah, Cole Palmer, not for sale. Manchester United need to put down 170 million plus if they want Cole Palmer. And there is no push from Palmer to leave. None at all. This is all just media garbage. And also because Palmer's been back and forth from Manchester because of a personal issue. Also, while we are talking about Palmer, it only makes sense to just bring up the fact that he's finally got his trademark logo sorted. Which I kind of like. I want to see if he's doing like fucking clothes and shit. I want to see what the designs are. Because from the advert, it looked like he was making a clothing brand. And if he's making a clothing brand, free sponsorship, just send me a couple shirts or something. Or a jumper. I like a jumper. I like sweatshirts. They're kind of my thing. So yeah, run me that. I'll do free sponsorship, mate. I have a very low demand. Just send me shirts. Send me gear. And speaking of, well, not send me gear. That's a bit of a pause. But hey. Yeah. Also, speaking of kits, check out Jerseys FC. Link down in the description below. 20% off all your kits. Up the blues. Up the blues. I say it looks like a set of lungs. I do see it now you mention it. But it's a very creative one. He's managed to get like the initials and also the trademark. All within the logo. It's lovely. It's fucking... And apparently Chelsea have been like helping with this as well, which is another thing as to why Palmer's not going anywhere. Chelsea's working with him off the pitch to build his brand, as well as on the pitch in terms of getting him back to full fitness. There's no unhappiness with Cole Palmer's position. No unhappiness. If he's unhappy with anything, it's probably his injury situation. And again, we just got to be patient with him on that. And that's it. That's it. If a price range can be proposed, This means he can be sold at that price range. I never said that he couldn't get sold for that. Look, you just said you need to drop anything above 170. So if you drop anything above 170, then there will be a conversation. But I don't believe United are doing that. They got too much stuff that they need to sort out within their club already to be putting 170 million down on one player. That's not going to happen. These sorts of price ranges are put there to push clubs away. We're not putting a 170 million price tag to say, "Hey, come get him, guys. Come get him. See, there's a price tag on him. Come get him." No, 170 is there to say, do you really want him? Do you really want him like that? Because I don't know if you do. Because it's going to be 170 million plus, or it's going to be fuck off. So yeah, he can be sold at that price range. I don't think anybody's going to that price range. I don't believe so. Yeah, it's a lovely sponsor, man. I want to see what the gear looks like. I really do. That's going to be lovely. Anyone here, if the right bid comes, they'll get moved on. Of course, but what is the right bid? And will they go to the right bid? Don't know. Any update on Tyrique George? Nah, he's just existing. This brother's just here, innit? Fuming that we wasted 90 million on mid that he probably could still start against over. Simon Johnson, here's the latest that we got on Tyrique George. Expected to be sold and is going to make a decision on where he goes this week. Teams in England, Spain, Portugal, and Germany are all after the 19-year-old. Well, why is it taking so long? Yeah, Brendan, it's been a minute. It was crazy to see that, but yo, lovely to know that the club still keeps an eye. I got followed back by the Chelsea FC in USA account. Fucking love that one. Shout out to the official US account, man. God bless you lot, mate. God bless you lot. Up the Chelsea. Big up the worldwide Chelsea, man. Always say, none of this support your local nonsense, man. I ain't with all of that. As long as you're Chelsea, we don't give a damn. But the only rule is when you're Chelsea, you don't turn back. When you're Chelsea, you stay Chelsea. Don't be a fraud. I said Lewis going brown. Look, if you lot find me in hospitality at any point, it is what it is. It is what it is. But you'll never find me in hospitality. I only been there once, and that was because Alex had a spare. Shout out Alex from Chelsea Fan TV. Big up, man. If you ever got another spare, let me know. Hospitality was fucking lit, man. Bare free drinks. Rinse that to death. Hi, Alexis. Yo, love for that, man. Coming from a fellow creator, I appreciate that a lot. Make sure you, man, are sub to Alexis as well, man. One of the good uns. One of the good uns on this space, man. Big up, Alexis, man. Yo, I'll drop you a message. I want to shout you about something in a bit. But yeah, big up, Alexis, bro. Most people in the US think of Chelsea. Well, Chelsea Green is Chelsea too. Because why wouldn't she be? Why wouldn't you support the world champions, the reigning, defending, undisputed heavyweight champions of the world? Why not? Man said I'll take the brown envelope. Aye, so someone said it, innit? Someone said it. I've been pushing for years to get a brown envelope. These motherfuckers have just aired me. Get me my bread. But yeah, what's this? Yeah, cut. I will do, Alexis. Must have figured. Yo, Zack Ryder gonna rush you for that one still. Yo, big up, Alexis, man. Make sure you, man, are subbed, man. Real one. Fucking real one. And he doesn't fall for, like, BS narratives. Like, he's got very nuanced content. So make sure you, man, are subbed. Under the new ownership, Chelsea started the last 3 seasons with our front shirt sponsor. Yeah, we all know this anyway. That's the reason why it's dragged for so long. But this is also why we're not making as much as the rest of the big 6 clubs, because these motherfuckers are still waiting for the 60 million. But I'll be real. How are you not able to find that after we got top 4, Champions League, and won a World Cup? I mean, and we won conference for whatever the fuck that's worth. You won 2 trophies, and yet you still can't rise a 60 million sponsor. Could you not have even done something just for the year? Whatever, man. Yeah, here, I'll leave the Cava one up so I can then bring up the Fabrizio post on top. We'll do that. That's cool. So this is what we've got on Jacquet so far. Oh yeah, Star Slayer, we already know, man, but Chelsea aren't well run on the commercial side and all that garbage. But yeah, Star Slayer, all that stuff kind of explains themselves. The Mac was only a thing for 7 games. Oh shit, Ruben, yo, big up, man. I need to message you as well after this. I need to know what you're doing when you're back in London. Jacquet has expressed a preference for joining Chelsea despite interest from multiple clubs. Talks are ongoing between Rennes and Chelsea about a deal for the summer. This is from Sky Cava, again, Chelsea mouthpiece. And Fabrizio has said, trust me, guys. A big battle ongoing between Chelsea, Liverpool and Bayern to sign Jacquet. Chelsea and Liverpool would love to sign him now, but Rennes want to sell for the summer only. All 3 clubs in conversation with Rennes and the players' representatives. What have you sent me quickly? What is this? Oh, that's the fucking short I dropped. Yo, big up, Daniel, man. In fact, let me go pin that. But yeah, Jeremy Jacquet. He might be preferring Chelsea. There might also be a big battle in between 3 clubs. Who am I going to believe? Sky Cava or Fabrizio? Now, as much as I find it hard to go with the Trust Me article and everything, but what if Jacquet had expressed a preference for joining Chelsea, I have a feeling like we'd hear that we're further in negotiations than the other 2 clubs because we will be the main priority. So I find that a bit hard to believe. Now, if Jacquet does want Chelsea first, that's lovely. That's great. And it does give us a little bit of an advantage. That would be a good update. If it just didn't come from Sky Cava. Because where I can listen to the Palmer stuff is because that is coming straight from the club to Sky Cava. And I never believed that Palmer has any chance of leaving anyway. He is viewed as untouchable. He doesn't want to leave. Why would he want to leave? Who's reported that he wants to leave? No one reports he wants to leave. So that makes sense. Club news about club players would come from a club brief. This, though, this isn't about our player. So I find it less hard to believe this. If he's expressed a preference for joining Chelsea, we would hear that Chelsea are further in negotiations than the other 2 clubs. That's all we know is personal terms are agreed. That could easily be agreed with Liverpool and Bayern as well. And then it becomes a case of who's going to offer the most money. And we don't know how much we've closed the gap with that. Because we're still 20 million off what Rennes want. And guess what? Rennes have just got what they wanted and they got it early. We were talking about them waiting until the summer for a bidding war. They've accelerated it. Now they've got their bidding war now. So I don't believe there's a preference for joining Chelsea. There's not enough people that are saying it. But 3 clubs are looking at him. And Chelsea, if I keep saying it, if you are as serious as you are about Jacquet, then you should be getting him in now. Or at least sorting it out for the summer. Because again, you lot have already fucked off getting him now. You lot are now trying to get him for a lower fee in the summer. They're not going to lower their fee. They've just got the bidding war that they wanted. So now your bluff's been called. What are you going to do? Are you going to pretend that, oh, you value your other options instead? Are you going to cut Douglas Luiz's name out of that Ornstein tweet and put Jacquet in there? The plan is to prioritize Tosin and Benoit Badiashile. Okay, man. Okay. Meanwhile, they're briefing to Simon Phillips that they view Mamadou Sarr as a pinnacle centre-back to build the team around. All while they want Jacquet, Levi Colwell's meant to be there too. And Fofana's earning more than all of them. So, we don't believe your bullshit. If you want Jacquet and you believe in him like that, hurry up and stop wasting our time. Because God knows what we're doing with this centre-back merry-go-round that's starting to brew. Could Anselmino be going straight to Strasbourg with Sarr coming back? Will we get Jacquet? If we get Jacquet, what's happening with Badiashile and Tosin and Chalobah and these man? Is Fofana still going to be a guaranteed starter, and is his wages going to play a part of it, seeing as he's our highest earning centre-back? What's the plan? Is there a plan? I don't know, because it's all fucking confusing to me. I'll be so real. These men make it up as they go along. But Jacquet, like I've already said, from what I've seen from the player, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. There's already a good base to go off. But don't waste my time, walk away, and then have us talk in a year or two's time about how Jacquet was right there 2 years ago and we didn't want to make a move. Because he's aggressive. He's already looks like he's got a better aerial threat than all of our defenders. He covers a lot of ground. He can defend well in central areas. He can defend well in wide areas. Lovely. Lovely. But hey, you're going to let him go to Liverpool or Bayern? Say less, man. Say less. Have you seen the Conte and Costa and Conte stuff? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. It's very petty from both sides, and I do like seeing the pettiness because they're both very petty individuals. But Conte weren't lying about Costa trying to push his way out of the club. Like, I'm sorry. That was all true. Costa been trying to leave the club. You know what the biggest problem with all of that was? Your replacement for Diego Costa. It's very simple. Costa was trying to push moves. Let's not even lie about it. That brother wanted to go back to Atletico enough times. He was trying to go to China midway through our last season. The problem is, when you let him go, and I weren't even necessarily too mad about that, because as much as I love Diego Costa, I always tell you guys, you got half a season of Diego Costa every season. You never got a full season out of him. And I don't get why, but like first half of 14-15, lovely. The whole of 2015, to be honest, was just a write-off. But with that in mind, the entirety of 2016 was fucking brilliant from Diego. 2016 Diego, mad. But then 2017 Diego was also a bit of a drop-off. But it was a replacement. That was the time for you to go and get Lukaku. That was the time. Not 2021. 2017. You went and you got Morata. Alright, man. Conte specifically wanted Lukaku. He would have kept him slim. He wouldn't have turned into the fat fuck that he was at United. It would have worked out a lot better for all parties. And hell, maybe if Lukaku worked out a little bit more, maybe, just maybe, Eden Hazard stays. Maybe, just maybe. But yeah, I'll be real, man. Look, Conte is kind of in the right on that one still. People might not like that one, but yeah, here we are. Here we are. Big up Reaper, my guy. 5 years of Martin. Oh, dear. All right, Lee's going to hate that one, bro. Big up to Ati LaFleur again. Big up, my G. Ruben's first year on the Pioli was good, but the last couple of years he struggled with injuries and his performances have been lackluster. Damn it! Ruben just Rubened. Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. I weren't even hoping he'd do well in the idea of him coming back. I just wanted him to be fit for Ruben's sake. Like, injuries fucking killed his time at Chelsea. And it sounds like he's doing it now at Milan too. It's just a shame. It's just a real shame, man. But yeah, big up to Ruben, though. Shout out, man. Proper fucking Chelsea every single time. Guys, just don't get me started, man. What a fucking horrible window. Horrible window. We've had more than our fair share of that. You'll probably see Colwell back before the end of the season. But I don't really want to see him back before the end of the season, just in the hope that we're not rushing him. But I guess the medical team have more control this season anyway, so it's not even that deep. Right. Speaking of Conte, Napoli versus Chelsea. This game is massive for... Oh, that's not ours. Okay, cool. This game is massive for both teams. Yeah, Lavia's back in training. We'll see you in a month or so. Big up to Lavia, man. He's back in training. Please, I beg you, stay fit. Please, for your own sake, man. I'm dying out here trying to tell people that Lavia is still a quality player and you need to give him a bit of time. Like, please. Just, please. I beg you, stay fit, man. I'm not even saying this in terms of I want to sell him. I don't want to sell him. It's just a shame, man. It's a real shame. I'm saying AI Lavia, for goodness sake. Is this game that big? Yeah, for both sides, because me personally, I don't want us in the playoffs. I don't. Because it's just more games. And also, I don't know if my passport's going to get renewed in time for whoever we draw. And we might get a German team. I don't want to miss out on that one still. But, yeah. I don't want us in the playoffs. Fuck that. Fuck that, bro. Because that is just going to cause more of a pile-up for us. But yeah, this game is massive for both teams. It's obviously more important for Napoli. I'll give you that one, though, Gilno, because Napoli are fighting just to remain in the competition. We're fighting just to minimize the amount of games that we have in this competition. And for Napoli, these men are coming off a fucking horrible week. They've drawn to 10-man Copenhagen, and then they got battered 3-0 by Juventus. They're now sitting 9 points off the top of the league, and injuries have nuked them. We've spoken about our own injury problems, our own injury fatigue. I don't think it's as bad as theirs. They've got De Bruyne out. They got Zambo Anguissa out. They got David Neres out. There we go. They've got Romani out. That's one of their key centre-backs. Billy Gilmore's out. Politano is out as well. Lukaku's only just come back from injury. He came off the bench in the last game. So you probably won't see him start. It'll probably be Højlund starting again. But yeah, Napoli are running on fumes. These guys are drained to fuck. And like Napoli fans are massively onto Conte from what I've been researching, because a lot of the blame for the injuries is falling on his shoulders. And yeah, Percy, a second season Conte and everything. It's a bit mad. It's happening again, mate. But yeah. Napoli fans are blaming Conte a lot. They're blaming him for the lack of rotation. They're blaming him for his rough training methods that have apparently exhausted his team. I mean, have we heard that one before? Watch out, guys. Have we heard that one before, guys? But hey, yeah. But they're blaming his lack of rotation. They're blaming his rough training methods. Also, I will say on Conte's side, he's got the oldest squad in the league. And a lot of those injured players have also either been aging in the last year or so, or they've had injury issues for a long time. They also have a very small squad. But because of that, they're fucked. They're exhausted. They're drained. And confidence is low. Belief is low. And for Napoli fans, they're already writing the season off. Let's make that count for something. Don't fall to the hostile away crowd. And I beg, none of this crappy, like, Italian record that we have, because we are bad away from home in Italy. I looked at the stats. We've won 2 out of 13 away at Italy. 2 out of 13. I didn't think it was that bad. Now, I know we won away at Milan a few years back. What was the other away win that we had? We got smoked at Roma a few years back. Smoked at Juventus and then lost away there again in 2021. It can't have been 03-04 because I think we beat, was it Parma or Lazio? Lazio, that was it. Who was the other away win? I don't know, man. I don't know. It weren't Napoli the last time. We lost 3-1 on our way to winning our first UCL. God knows. All I know is, like, AC Milan was one of those away wins. I don't know the other one. No, Juve was, and we lost 1-0 there in 2021 and 3-0 in Di Matteo's last game. It weren't Juve. No, it's away in Italy, and that Oscar goal was a 2-2 draw as well. Who was our last? Who was our last away win there before that? I can't even find out. You know what? Forget it. It don't matter too much. Don't even matter like that. But yeah, we got a win to be in control of our own fate. I saw CFC Daily bring this up earlier, so I wanted to just bring this through. Was it Roma? Yes! 0809! Yes! That was it! Fuck! How'd I forget that one? Yeah, that was it, man. Rome. Hold on. Did we win away at Roma? Why do I think we lost away at Roma? No, we lost that one. No, we lost 3-1 away. Nah, it weren't that one. It might have been Lazio back in 03-04. Fucking hell, bro. Fuck off. That's crazy. Also, Maresca, you know you're my guy and everything, but yo, that Atalanta game, man, you fucked that one up. You fucked that one up incredibly. But hey, we move. HH. Huh? No, can you show me the video? Or tell me where the video is? If it's a timestamp or whatever. What? Man. I do remember him saying Saka was having a Hazard-esque season this season. Oh dear. Oh dear. What the hell, man? What the hell? No, I said Di Matteo's last one was Juventus when we lost 3-0. It's on his TikTok. He posted it himself? This guy, man. Yeah, let's have a look, man. Oh, brother. AI is a madness. Where? Where? Yeah, look, someone put it in the chat or something. Someone put it in the chat. Hazard shifts, bro. That was brilliant, man. That was fucking brilliant. That's the hell. I did see one on his TikTok about how fucking Saka clears Hazard. I'm just gonna leave that. It's on his TikTok, yeah, but I don't see anything Gyökeres or Drogba. What? I don't see nothing. There's nothing here. Yeah, I don't see it, man. I don't see it. Oh no, I found it. Forget it. Hold on, before we go back, I want to listen to this just for the fun of it.
And Didier Drogba have two things in common. Number one, they both are big. Victor Gyökeres and Didier Drogba have two things in common. Number one, they both are big game players. He scores goals versus big teams in the Champions League versus Atletico Madrid and versus Inter. He bagged a goal this season. He bagged 3 goals in those games. And in the semi-final of a Carabao Cup, away from home at Chelsea's ground, he gets a goal and an assist. No longer can you guys call this guy a flat track bully. No longer can you say that this man brings nothing to the team. He scores important goals. Also, just take it away from the comparison to Drogba for a second. Higo Ekitike has been one of the best signings this summer, and he's only scored 1 more goal than him across all competitions. I don't know if this graphic is even 100% accurate, but That to me just goes to show you the level of hate he's receiving compared to Hugo Ekitike. Now, the final reason why I'm going to compare him to
hate, guys, hate
the level of hate he's receiving compared to Hugo Ekitike. Now, the final reason why I'm going to compare him to a guy like Drogba. Guess what? It doesn't matter if the guy scores 20 plus league goals on a regular basis or he doesn't. If he helps your team win, that's all that matters. And Victor Gyökeres, as much as people don't like to say it, he helps the team win because he occupies defenders. He makes it so much easier for other players to get goal contributions. And he might not be the most silkiest. He might not have the best touch. He might not be all-around complete player like a Drogba was. But he still brings more to the
So how's he like Drogba? What?
contributions. And he might not be the most silkiest. He might not have the best touch. He might not be all-around complete player like a Drogba was. But he still brings more to the team than guys like Jesus, in my opinion, and guys like Kai Havertz at this point. Just wait and see. He's going to be the difference between Arsenal winning major honors and not. And right now you don't see it, but later on in the season, when you have the full picture, you'll finally notice. Victor Gyökeres.
I'm sorry, man. Man said mum's hyping up Gyökeres just to big him up for occupying defenders, bro. I love the copium, man. You're shouty gal, man. That's always gonna be bro. Always, but fucking hell, man. My word. Man said he's the same as Drogba because he occupies defenders, even though he's nowhere near as good all around as Drogba. And also because he scored against Chelsea. Look, Lukaku was a flat track bully, but he scored against Arsenal, so he's not a flat track bully. It is what it is. God bless you, gal. I needed that chat. Thank you. Because that was just entertainment. That was straight entertainment. Joey wants that. All right, say less. I don't know what you've got planned for that one, but one sec, we'll send that over. We shall send that over. Boom. Boom. All right, cool. That's what you got in mind. Say less. Yo, shout out HH, man. Bless for letting me know about that, bro. Nah, this brother's lost it. Now we're here, though. We'll do one more. Because, like, look, this is entertaining to me. This is genuinely entertaining. It's not even, like, rage bait like that. But I want to find that Hazard video now. I want to go through that Hazard video. Just 'cause I want to hear it.
Getting cooked on a regular basis for absolutely no goddamn reason, because this guy is doing something that people don't really speak about on a regular basis. Whenever we play in the Champions League, he's producing either a goal or an assist. He has played 24 Champions League games in his career, and he already has 20 GA in the competition. To put this into perspective, there are people who have gone their whole entire careers without 10 plus Champions League goals. For example, Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard played over 60 games in the Champions League and only produced 10 goals. And Bukayo Saka already has 12 goals in 21 games. So when people want to run GA agendas in the Premier League against Arsenal, especially Chelsea fans who want to run those kind of agendas with the Cole Palmer graphics with Bukayo Saka, look.
Just remember, guys, he just ran GA narratives for Victor Gyökeres. He just ran that one. Just remember that.
Think twice, because your own club legends, like Eden Hazard, like Didier Drogba, don't have those kind of ridiculous numbers across the board in every competition. And my main point being, you guys can knock him as much as you want, but Bukayo Saka is a big game player, and he always produces when we need him in the Champions League. Be it versus Real Madrid, be it versus PSG, he was one of the only people who stepped up and consistently in the knockout rounds and the group stage.
PSG, didn't he miss an open goal?
Hopefully, if Arsenal do win it this year, he's going to be a big part of that team.
Just take part, guys. Yo, that was lovely, man. That was lovely. Lovely little detour, innit? But yeah, cool. More Champions League goals. Hazard has a champs. You know them ones. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. We detoured a bit too much. So let's get back to what the situation could be like depending on the game. So if we beat Napoli, we go above one of PSG or Newcastle, or both with a draw. Qarabağ aren't beating Liverpool. We can throw that one out there. We have to match or better Barcelona's score to finish above them, but us winning would still have us go above one of PSG or Newcastle. So as long as we win, we don't really have to look at the Copenhagen-Barca game like that. However, if Copenhagen get a result, then we could potentially be looking at maybe pushing into the top 5. We'll finish above Atletico with a victory. That'll be okay. A Frankfurt draw or a win, which probably won't happen because I think Frankfurt are very low in the table, if I'm correct. Yeah, they can't even qualify. Yeah, Spurs will walk through them. Cool, Abdias. I've just started that. Man City, Galatasaray. Here's where this could be a banana slip. Actually, no, they're already behind us anyway. So City have to win by a minimum of 3 goals to surpass Chelsea if we win. And that probably won't happen. Will be more than 3 if we win by more than 1 goal. We probably shouldn't worry too much about the City game as long as we're winning. If Benfica beat Real Madrid, we could finish above them too. Real Madrid probably, even though they're guaranteed to stay in the tie, they probably won't rotate too much. Oh shit, yeah, they won't have gains. Lovely. But we don't have to worry too much about them anyway. And Bilbao versus Sporting. Sporting need to win by a minimum of 2 goals if Chelsea were to beat Napoli. And I think, yeah, Bilbao are also fighting to stay in the competition. So that's going to be a very interesting tie-up. So as long as we win, we're likely top 8. We might have an opportunity to look around top 5 or top 4. But you need a lot of things to happen. And the lowest place we can finish with a victory is 11th place. If we win and we're still out of top 8, that is dark. That is fucking dark. But I guess that would have to take City whooping Galatasaray, Barcelona just beating Copenhagen, to be honest. Liverpool beating Qarabağ convincingly. And yeah, that'll be about it. Or Sporting as well, whooping Bilbao. Now, if we draw, one side could finish below Chelsea for PSG Newcastle. We're relying a lot more on Galatasaray if there's a draw. And we'd have to rely on a Tottenham loss. Again, that's not going to happen. Juve would finish above us with any victory. And Atlanta would finish above us with any victory. But we could still relatively stay within the playoffs. I'm not even bringing up if we lose because I don't want to think about if we lose. Fuck all of that shit. Fuck all of that. But ultimately, you win and you're in the top 8. You win convincingly, which you could do against this tired Napoli side that can't sit back. Conte cannot have them sitting back all game. They have to come out and play football because they're more likely, they're in a big risk of getting knocked out. So hopefully we don't slip up. Only we don't do what we always seem to do away at Italy now, which is fuck things up. UEFA website is a simulator. Yeah, but that's just simming results though. Like, it don't really do too much for us still. But yeah. That's all we got on the fixtures for today because Liam Rossini's press conference is still in half an hour. That's how I look like Babs. Yeah, it's because of the fucking do-rag. That's why. It's bare tight. I see what you mean by it too. But shout out Babs, man. As a day one. Shout out Babs still. Now, Abdias, you said 128.10. I want to play this last one before I send the link out. We're going to send the link out in just a little sec. So big up to every single one of you. Like, subscribe, all of that crap. And where is that one? That stream was fucking chaotic, by the way. Yeesh. 128.10. 120. There we go. There we go, guys.
I seen some people on your stream said he's washed the other day. I was like, what the fuck are they doing?
Saka's nowhere near what he was.
Oh yeah.
I have a question. He's not playing 100% well, but at the same time, he's performing without getting GA. That's what he's doing.
So now GA don't matter then.
No, it
so now
does.
he's doing Jack Grealish thing.
It does, but he's putting in hazard shifts. He's influencing the game.
Hazard shifts.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, that's it. Yo, thank you for coming out.
Peace out. He's influencing the game without necessarily being the first person. He's putting in hazard shifts. He's influencing the game.
Hazard shifts.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, that's it. Yo, thank you for coming out.
Peace out. He's influencing the game without necessarily being the first person who gets the goal. He passes the pass before the pass.
Man said, it's the pre
hazard shifts is nasty work.
It's the pre-cum assist.
Bro, did you guys not watch his game versus West Ham? Did you not watch him?
West Ham?
I didn't see the West Ham game. I didn't watch
West Ham?
1 second, I forget which game it was.
West Ham, where he scammed a penalty and wouldn't let Gyökeres take it.
Oh, brother. Yeah, Jimmy fully fucked off with that one. It's because GA-based arguments. Yeah, man left immediately, bruv. Don't blame you. Shout out, Egal. You already know what it is, but fucking hell, man. Don't ever disrespect the name of the great Eden Hazard like that again, man. What are we doing? What are we doing, man? But yeah, fucking crazy, man. Let's get this link sent out. Big up to every single one of you that's locked in. Like, subscribe up the fucking.
Oh, Jesse. Give us a win, give us a win, give us a win, give us a win, give us a win. In blue we stand, united we rise, no more defeats. Let's break down these doors. Texas rising up, we will stand tall. Together we fight. We will conquer all. Give us a win, yo. 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 In blue we stand, united we rise. The banters they throw, we are rising again. No matter the cost. Give us a win, yo. Give us a win, yo. In blue we stand, united we rise. No more defeats. Let's break down these doors. Justice rising up. We will stand tall. Together we fight. We conquer all. Give us a win, yo. 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 In blue we stand, united we rise. We are faithful and true. With hope in our hearts, we will push through.
Fucking loot. Big up Nathan, big up Jimmy, man. I hope you guys are all good.
Big up Lewis, big up everyone.
There's a lot that's come out today still.
Yeah, one of them days, huh?
Yeah, it's just been nice to have some sort of updates, even though like a lot of it is stuff we expected. Douglas Luiz cut and paste from fucking Semenyo again and everything.
Yeah.
I want to believe that we're still looking out for a midfield in the last few days of the window, but I don't know what to believe with these briefings anymore.
Yes,
I want to shout out clearly for that at least, though. They've managed to turn us from transfer dopamine merchants to brothers who we don't even blink when we see transfer updates anymore because we know what we're going to get. Shout out, Scott, big up. But we know exactly what we're going to get.
Yeah.
Like if it's not a guaranteed move that accelerates quickly because he's completely invested in the project, we didn't want him anyway. We never once the loan of an option to buy, even though we briefed for Brits 4 days before that we wanted a loan with an option to buy. We didn't want a loan.
I can't lie. Your tweet and Matisse's tweet hit the nail on the head. Like, bro, we do their butters anyway gimmick so much these days. It's jokes. Like, we didn't get turned down. And then I saw Matisse tweet this earlier in his facts. Like, we love getting publicly humiliated. Like, we love having this public humiliation kink of just like everything being public and out in the open. Like, we love it. I don't know why. I don't know why we love it, but we love it for some reason.
It's just the idea of like it's just pretending that we're busy. You know, man, they're just procrastinating because they don't want to actually do what they need to do. That's what we're doing. We're procrastinating.
No, I hear that, but why does everything have to be so fucking public, man? Like,
yeah,
do you not keep anything in the house?
Not all of us are like that stupid. You know what I mean? We can clearly see through the lies and all that. So.
Pretend that you're busy because the fan base wants a lot of transfers. You get them going for the majority of the window. Let them down by the end and just be, oh, it's too late for us to get anyone else. Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Douglas Luiz, we never wanted him anyway. Again, I don't even like care that it's Douglas Luiz. I said his depth.
Yeah.
He's here 5 months. He's not important. But don't say that you're going in for him and then lie about why you didn't get him. Just say that you wanted to go Villa. Because we all know it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's
he played for them as well, so that makes sense.
Missing out on Douglas Luiz, like, no one really cares. Like, I don't care. He wasn't really the right profile or player we needed. But yeah, it's just the public nature of it.
A bit low, but yeah, big up, man.
Hold on, I'll fix it right now. Can you hear me now? Is it clear?
Yeah, it's much better.
Yeah, you good.
Bet. What we saying though is Douglas Luiz thing. I'm so happy we didn't get him.
Yeah, look, I won't move, to be fair, so I'm not crying over this.
Thing. I had no feelings about him joining. Just cool. It's nice to have an extra body in the midfield.
Yeah, that's a waste of time, man. It's just he's there. It's like a Buonanotte thing. Like it doesn't help
That's
anybody.
It's like you're sick of just another body, though.
Yeah,
like,
but
then
he's not
someone's
going
picking off
to
a
any
bit
level
more.
where it's
Just
going
the
to
body.
help you. Like, he's just there. So what's the point?
Yeah, like the Souls and the Zacarias and all that. Like they didn't really help us, did they? So yeah, I'm just sick of them kind of signings for the sake of it. Just try and get something that makes sense. Like, go for
Even
someone like an
then, though,
Edison.
like we had to rely on Saul and Zakaria way more than we even wanted to, just based off our
just the
injuries
injuries.
in the
Yeah.
midfield. Remember that
Lots of
period? We were screaming for Chelsea to buy a midfielder for about 3 seasons because they were all injury prone, bar Jorginho, Kovacic injury prone, Ruben injury prone, Kante injury prone.
Yeah, that's why he's gonna come in and be 5th choice and whatever. In that time, I wasn't with it because I'm like, these guys are gonna get hurt. They always get hurt, so that's nothing's gonna change there.
Big up, Luiz.
You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it is. Like that's why.
Luiz, you hear me?
Yeah.
Yo, we saying okay, big up.
Big up, guys.
Oh, big up, Babs.
It's good. You're good. Long time, man.
Yeah, man, just another day of trying to deflect on players we missed out on, apparently. So,
apparently we're still looking at a midfielder, but dude, who even
We're getting a
believes?
midfielder, bro. I'm being so honest. We're not making a single signing from now to the end of the window. Like, relax.
A new
we're gonna get a
recall, Scott. You know what I mean?
We're not getting a midfielder.
You don't think we're gonna get a midfielder? We need somebody though.
We do.
No, but
we needed a striker last year and they got no one. So no.
So what you think? Why is Fabrizio saying what he's saying? He's talking shit.
Clicks, money.
Clicks,
shit. Brother, we have had. How long have these guys been here? For what? 8 windows now? 7 windows?
Yeah, 7, 8 windows. Yeah, 8 windows.
Brother, it's been the same fucking shit every window, bro. Like,
we're the best club to report.
No, okay, but
Fabrizio.
Scott, do you know what it is? Do you know what my thing is when it comes to this whole situation? I feel like when Fabrizio reports something on Chelsea, it's not that what he's saying is untrue. It's that basically he's being led to believe by people who are close to the decision makers within the club that they're making moves. So it's really just empty talk in the sense of they're presenting empty talk as truth, and then the journalists, they perceive it as it because they're being told that this is what's actually happening. So when they don't follow through, they can just be like, this, that, and whatever. They can make some PR excuses. Like, for me, when it comes to Chelsea, this is a club where you very much have to, actions speak louder than words, innit? You have to look for them.
Exactly that.
what it is. Anyway, so, but our guys confident for this Napoli thing or no?
I can see them at least trying to secure that defender though for next summer though.
I mean, maybe, but they're not going to get anyone to immediately play for us.
Yeah, no, I don't. I can see the argument for that too.
I have to, yo, you remember everything, man. You might be on the Maldini level. Just on my research for it is the exact same thing as last year.
Yeah, like
the
he did.
Same thing.
And we got Amugu, who's played all of 250 minutes.
January 22nd, February 2nd, and then what did we get on February the 3rd? Amugu to Chelsea. Here we go.
That guy never played a game, by the way. I don't think
he never did.
He played
one sub appearance in the conference.
That's right.
Yeah, there's one sub appearance in a game we were already through to. I can't remember what game it was, and yeah, he's played nothing for Strasbourg this season.
I mean, fair enough. You know what? There's actually.
I feel like we need a defender more than a midfielder though right now, since Lavia's back, right?
Yeah, but that's what Anselmino's back for, isn't it?
Now you say since Lavia's back, I can't now. Lavia, he'll be back for a month, do a few nice half turns, get injured again, and we're back.
But yo, listen, we used to say this about Reece.
Lavia isn't back.
We used to say that about Reece, man.
No, it's not.
Why do you use one good example and then apply it to everybody? Why?
But I'm trying to tell you. But listen, Daniel, Lavia has so much quality. You got to give him a benefit of the doubt, and he's still young. There's so much quality, bro.
Brother has gotten injured multiple times.
Just have depth around him.
He's so much quality.
Although to be fair, we can agree she never played him on AstroTurf. Maresca made a fuck up there.
You know what? I feel like Chelsea fans, they always do this.
What?
They do this thing where when a player's missing for too long, they overrate his quality. They did it with
No. Don't even finish that sentence. So what? You
let him finish the sentence.
Hang on. I'll tell you another guy they did this with. They did this with Ben Chilwell, and when he was injured for a very long time, he came back, very little changed. They did this with a few other guys. Wesley Fofana's one that they've done it a lot with, and for me, I'll be honest with you, he's not really had this insane impact that people said he would have. I'm telling you right now, the impact that Lavia would have on this team if he's fit is so detached from reality amongst Chelsea fans. I don't think he's anywhere near as good as what Chelsea fans think he is.
He's good. He's really good.
Yeah, I can't lie. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, he's really, really. I'm telling you right now, in terms of this half turn, the progressive passing, like the tackling, like he's quality, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Tackling? You sure?
You don't think he's good? You don't think he's a good six?
In defensively, not really.
I think he offers way more than Santos, and he's very, very close to Caicedo in terms of quality. Like,
well, if you're comparing him to Santos off the ball, he does not offer anything near as much as Santos.
What?
Santos
what? What are you talking? Yo, Lavia is way better than Santos. It's not even close.
The thing with Lavia is not his quality. Like, I'm gonna be so real.
His quality.
We've seen his quality when he's played. Like, he's a quality player. As a six, like he's a quality player. The issue is he can't complete 90 minutes. That's the simple issue. It's nothing to do with his quality or anything like that. He can't complete 90 minutes.
I think, listen, at no point did I say that Lavia is a bad player. I think Lavia is a good player. I just don't think he's as good as what Chelsea fans think he is. And for me, when it comes to off the ball, I'm not talking about overall package. Off the ball, strictly off the ball alone, he's not better than Andre Santos.
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't agree with that.
He ain't. On the ball, he is.
Yo, I'm telling you right now, what he does on the football pitch in a six, I'm looking at this guy and I'm like, our team would be in a way better position if he was playing consistently. I like, in my opinion.
100%.
No, listen, for the guys in the chat,
he handled the physical sides a lot better if Lavia was still fit. But even then, it would also just be a case of being able to utilize him and Santos. I think we're looking at this the wrong way, trying to compare the two of them. We have a good midfield with the depth if Lavia was still fit. But the argument with Lavia is solely just availability. But I don't need to compare him to Santos. That don't do anything.
Okay, but Lewis, I'm saying he's still young enough.
This conversation, we're giving so much credence to.
This is a pointless conversation because Lavia needs to prove. Someone said it in the chat. He needs to prove he can play 90 minutes.
He can be better than Busquets. If you can tell me right now, he's on the level of Busquets. I don't give a fuck. He's not playing. I don't.
All I'm saying too is give the man the benefit of the doubt. He's still young.
No,
we said this thing about Reece. And look what he did.
I'm not saying tell him, but what
let's see what he does now.
Jesus, like trying to compare this to Reece is not. It is nowhere near like a thing.
Did he have injury issues or not, Scott? Did he have injury
No,
issues?
cool. Do you know why Reece had injury issues?
What?
Number one was because he kept getting rushed back at every opportunity, so it exacerbated it. Number two is the fact of the way Reece was used then once he was on the football pitch.
Yep.
Again, it exacerbated injuries. The reason why Reece James is fit now is because he got surgery to fix said issue. Lavia, the reason he keeps getting injured is because he is injury prone, is because he's just fucked. Like, we're not rushing him back. We didn't even rush him back last time. Bro just got injured immediately after we didn't even rush him back. The only time we rushed him back was under Poch once. Like, this guy is nowhere near the same.
Wait for Reece longer because of how well-rounded he is.
And the thing with the Reece James thing is recently showed he could play 90 minutes. Whether he could do that twice in a row, that was a different conversation. Lavia can't complete 90 minutes.
Okay, I'm trying to tell you right now. We'll see this time. If he gets injured again for a long period of time, then I hear that. But let's see.
Yo, can I have a question?
Let's see.
When the fuck did Lavia become not a good player?
Thank you, Jimmy. Jimmy, thank you. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, Jimmy.
Well, let him go.
I understand the injuries, and I'm the type of motherfucker, I don't count on players who get injured. I agree with that. But literally, when Lavia comes back, he looks exactly like Lavia.
Yeah.
That's why I always said, give him a couple chances to get hurt or whatever and come back, and then if he get one more, then go. But this idea that Lavia is overrated, how?
Exactly.
Every time he comes back, he looks. Lavia came back, and when he was healthy, Enzo was immediately on the bench. Immediately, bench, and nobody said anything. Nobody complained. Nobody bitched because he looked great. Every time he come back, he looks great. The problem is he can't stay fucking healthy. So I agree that I don't look at Lavia as a player to look forward to helping the team. But talent-wise, are y'all out of your fucking mind?
Yeah,
He's one of the most press-resistant players.
And on the wages he's on too?
Like what are we talking about?
What are we really talking about? I'm not hearing it from you because I follow you on Twitter. You do Santos slander every single time you have an opportunity to. So now I'm not hearing it from you, brother. I see you on Twitter. I'm getting twisted. Anyway, what are we talking about? Why are we talking about, like, we need depth with or without Lavia? Like, we need to play a midfield three. Like, what don't we get by this? Midfield three is when we are at our best, is when we play a midfield three. Without Cole Palmer at the 10. When we play a 4-3-3 with Enzo and Enzo Caicedo and whoever the fuck else you want to put in there. But that is the reason why we need depth. Like, that right there is the reason why we need depth. With Lavia coming back, I still want depth. That doesn't eliminate me not wanting depth.
You can't rely on him.
It doesn't eliminate it. But that doesn't mean we need to just get rid of this guy and throw our toys out the pram, because as soon as he goes to like in Italy, I was doing this on my channel. If he goes to Italy, which is probably where like the Italians love to pick up these hurt, injured players and revamp them. They love doing that shit. Milan's been doing it for years. If he goes to Italy, could you imagine a midfield of him and Thuram, him and Kone, him and like they would
we're lucky to have Lavia.
They would instantly dominate that. Instantly dominate their midfield. Instantly change their midfield. So like I don't get how now because he's been injured because we haven't seen him. Sure, but why are we getting rid of a 40K player when with the type of talent he has?
And Joey, look how young
you're comparing him to Chilwell. Chilwell was on 200 bags a week when he got injured. Like what are we talking about?
Joey, look how young he is.
No, hang on. Can I ask a question? Because I don't even think Lavia is even 23 yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on. Once Joey said what he said, now I get why you guys came in with this energy, because I was confused. Nobody said any of this, but you're talking about what Ab said about Chilwell. Cool, y'all can do it, because we never said Lavia wasn't good. I just said it was a pointless comparison because he's injured all the time.
No, I agree with the injury part, but I'm talking about the dude that was saying Lavia is overrated. Like how?
So now I get why y'all, because I was genuinely confused what y'all were talking about. Like maybe I missed. I'm like, yo, what the hell? Why are we talking like we said?
Saying Lavia is overrated is like retarded.
Yeah, it is.
It's always the conversation of we should sell Lavia. Always.
I bet it's just arguing with extremes. I think like I saw Reaper early in the chat because I'm just talking with him now. It's like people are talking about Lavia like he's Iniesta or Busquets or something like that. I think we're arguing against a silly extreme if that's the case.
Of course.
I'm not thinking anyone views him like that. I just think in the first phase he's fucking class.
For the class.
Name me one midfielder in the world at 50K that you're gonna get better than Lavia.
Yup.
That's not the quick. That's not
like. What are we doing?
No, but Joey, can I ask you a question? If you can show me at any point in this video when someone said sell Lavia, then I'll keep quiet because no one said sell Lavia. No one said
it. That's the only thing I'm arguing.
Yes, but that doesn't mean
no. He said overrated.
Yeah,
but he's not overrated. He's not overrated at all. He's not underrated at all.
Luiz, can I ask you because I feel like this is being directed at me. First of all, when you call someone overrated doesn't mean you're shit. I think Bruno Fernandes.
You say he's overrated as if somebody said he's the greatest or the best.
No. I think people think the impact that he has on this team is way higher than what it is. And that, in my opinion, means he's overrated. That doesn't mean he's rubbish.
You mean his impact? Hold on, wait. What do you mean his impact on the team? He doesn't play, so he doesn't have impact on it.
The idea, Jimmy, hear what I'm saying. The idea that if Lavia comes back into, because this is what's been said many times about Lavia. The idea that if he comes back into the team, immediately you'll see us go up a different level, like 3-4 levels.
All right. Watch this. Do you remember the games Lavia played in?
Yeah,
because you're going off of your feelings. Fuck your feelings.
I'm not going off my feelings. I'm going off what I see.
Do you remember the games he played in?
Yes. He made
do you remember how good he played?
That's what they mean. Sorry, go on, Jimmy.
Do you remember how good he played? So
yeah,
fuck how it feel. So how do you mean what he would bring to the team is overrated? What he does, none of our midfielders can do.
Yeah,
you're right. You're right.
Rafinha likes to play out the back. Look at us. We can't play out the back because if you press Enzo, he's dead food. Dead food. If you press Enzo, the ball is going back to the goalkeeper. What is you talking about? He's the only press-resistant midfielder we have.
Yeah, Jimmy, you're right.
Only one.
Can I make a salient point, right?
You're right.
To back ads, which I hate to do. You guys are right. On the ball, he's probably the best in the club in terms of
he is.
Right?
He is.
But off the ball, which is what
he's not that bad though. He's not.
Wait. Is he off the ball worse than Enzo? Before you counter? Did I say he was bad?
Protected by Caicedo, bro. What are y'all talking about?
Just go ahead. Y'all be mad about something I'm not saying. I haven't even made the point. I didn't say he was bad.
Go on, Daniel. Land your point, brother.
But he's not the best when it comes to the defensively. It's Caicedo, it's Santos, then it's him, then Enzo. So in that sense, if he's saying it's overrated in that sense on his defensive attributes, I can understand that because some people might think he's the best out of all of them in terms of his.
That's not what he said. He said he's overrated as a player. So don't put words in his mouth. He said he's overrated as a player, not as a.
Yeah, he said overrated.
But if he agrees, I was listening to him talk. If he agreed that on the ball he's the best, that means he's talking about defensively.
No, that's not what he said.
Am I right or wrong?
No, well, let him say that. You saying it.
Well, you was talking about
not only that, you leave him.
Wait, can I just make my point?
He's overrated, bro. That's what I heard.
Jimmy.
He was mentioning the
I'm gonna make my point very clear for everyone to hear. When I was talking about him being overrated, his quality came into it. Also, I did mention the fact that off the ball, I don't think he's that good. That's one thing I mentioned. I made it very clear. People were saying, "Oh,
I'm not worried about off the ball. That's not his quality."
No,
every player has something they can't do. I ain't worried about that. That's why Caicedo's there. I heard.
No, here's the thing. For me, Lavia, what people are getting misconstrued is people think I'm calling Lavia shit. He's not shit. He's a very good player in his own right. I just don't think he's as good as what some Chelsea fans think he is. Just not for me anyway.
Well, that could go anywhere because you can find some idiot.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't care about that. I don't think he's overrated.
We love to downplay people's abilities and not uplift what they can.
Yo, Joey, exactly.
It always goes that way. The conversation always goes that way. I promise.
Our fan base is like the worst for
take these players and trash what we have
regardless on what they can do good. Like,
and then
No,
they leave and they're like Kevin De Bruyne.
No, but here's the thing, Joey. If I was gonna do that, then I'd probably say that Lavia's dog shit. He's not dog shit. If I wanted to do that, I'd say he's crap.
You led the conversation with him being overrated. That made it seem like that made it seem like you didn't want him to even be around. Like you could have cared less.
The thing is, here's the thing. When I say this is what people don't understand. Overrated does not mean you're shit. There's many a man who are overrated. Bruno Fernandes is overrated. Is he a rubbish player?
How is he overrated when everybody be saying he's ass? This is what I've been talking about with y'all. Overrated by who? Majority of people say Bruno's trash.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
He's underrated. Bruno Fernandes is underrated, to be honest. Everybody tell you what he can't do technically, and they ignore how many chances he creates, how many goals he get, how many assists he get, how clutch he is. That shit is all ignored. So he's not overrated. He's underrated. People talk about Bruno Fernandes like he's crap. Even his own fucking fan base talk about him like he's crap. But when you really look at it, the dude is a good fucking player. He's a good player. They talk about that dude like he's ass.
Yo, Jimmy, I just did a quick search with Lavia. If you look at tackles per 90, bro, he's at 3.3 and 1.8 interceptions per game. I don't know who says he's not good off the ball, but that's just a
I can't lie.
You see what I'm saying?
I think
I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm just gonna put it out there. By the way, hold on. The one thing I will say, I'm not saying he's bad, but coming here and giving us just random stats without any sort of comparison like that, what does that mean? You said he's 3.3 tackles a game. Who the fuck does that compare to?
90. He said per 90.
Sorry, per 90. My mistake.
Okay, because I just did it for all three midfielders we have, right? Caicedo's 3.6, Lavia's 3.3, Enzo's 2.2.
There we go. That's what I was asking for. There we go. That's what I was asking
Right.
for.
So I'm just comparing it to the three midfielders we have.
Yeah, no, but you didn't state that.
You didn't compare.
Okay,
You
so
said
that's the stats I'm giving you right now, right? Between all three per 90. Caicedo is 3.6, Lavia 3.3, Enzo is 2.2. Even if you look at interceptions, Caicedo is 1.7, Lavia is 1.8. And he went 6 duels. Like,
here's the thing: is I don't see what Ads is talking about. In my opinion, I don't know if he's.
I don't see it either.
I don't see this people overrating Lavia in the sense of he's gonna come back and save us type shit. Like I don't see this. Like I don't know what circles he hangs around, but like I just don't see that shit. Like,
I ain't see that nowhere.
Nobody
say that. Nobody. But I don't know who he's around. But it's on YouTube. That's what
I've heard the.
Luiz, I sent you a link, by the way.
I've heard that when Lavia comes back and we bench Enzo, everything's gonna be right in the midfield. I've heard that in a long time. I've heard that before.
I've heard it before when he was.
The people who hate Enzo, I hear that when Lavia gets back. And Enzo's out, right? The midfield is going to be. I don't think when Lavia gets back, we should still play with a number 10. So that's where, if people are thinking he's that good, that defensively, when he and Caicedo are a two-man, we can play with a number. I don't think so. So
agreed, though. Agreed 100%.
But I think that's where it's like, okay, if we're being, that's why I didn't think we had to stay on the team too long because what he said wasn't even. It was just like It was like a truism, like the sky's blue. Like, all right, I mean, you know what I mean? It's not that big a deal.
Trust me, if I wanted to cool down,
I disagree. I was listening. I wasn't even.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'll be real.
I literally jumped in because he was going.
I was going to say this conversation comes.
No, but here's the thing. This is the thing, guys. No, hear this. With me, the point was never to call him a rubbish player because if I want to call someone rubbish, I'll call him rubbish. For example, Pedro Neto, he's rubbish, and I'll say it straight up. He's very rubbish. He's not a good footballer at all. Not good enough to play for Chelsea anyway. Lavia is good enough to play for Chelsea. I just don't think the way that the majority of Chelsea fans see him, especially when he's played, compared to what I think of him, I don't think they're aligned. And that's why I think he's overrated. That doesn't mean he's a rubbish player, though.
Just the connotations, no?
This whole conversation comes from talking about Lavia having an impact on our midfield, like, which is
Yes,
a pointless
correct.
conversation to have. It's a complete waste of time to have that
Until he
conversation.
shows us he can play, it doesn't matter.
Facts. Literally, this conversation started from a really pointless point because Lavia just needs to play first. Like, we're talking about a dude who hasn't played in, like, what, 3 months? Maybe longer. Like, who cares?
I know
It's just exacerbated by when you see performances where like the midfield lack control. You know, that's what it is.
No, dude, I'm not giving up on him. I'm saying, bro, I'm not saying giving up on him. I'm saying, I'm not talking about giving up. I'm saying for me to care about his impact on this team, he needs to touch grass first before I care about how he can
this conversation came from us not getting Douglas Luiz. Like,
yeah,
because you're thinking we already got Lavia, so we don't
I'm
need
old
Douglas
enough to
Luiz.
remember being here and 9 niggas telling me how they would sell Reece James, and now everybody loves Reece James. I'm old enough to.
Whoa, 8-8. I am out of that one.
Don't group me into that shit.
I'm gonna keep my Lavia. I'm gonna say I would keep Lavia. I would give him 1 more year, and if he did that injury shit again, voila. But I remember sitting right here and niggas like, get rid of him, get rid of him, get rid of him, calling him all types of things. I was pulling out my hair, and nigga, I ain't got no fucking hair, and I was still pulling it out. Like, what am I listening to?
Where is Prime?
Oh, I was up here arguing, eyes bulging out my head, arguing with niggas. Niggas telling me Gusto was better than Reece James. I remember that. That shit getting me mad right now thinking about it.
That's a throwback. That was a fucking throwback.
You remember that shit, right? Me hitting arguments. Niggas was telling me Gusto was better. I'm like, yo.
I like the fact that people know my opinion on these guys. I don't even gotta say whether I said that or not. You know how I feel about Gusto, so we ain't even gotta shit guys. So these kind of guys, I don't want Lavia sold, right?
Yeah,
I don't want that, but I'm in the same boat as Scott. I don't do my plannings around players who.
Yeah, fuck Lavia. Same thing I said about
Mufa. As long as you come back and you give me the same level, I don't care.
Yeah, he got work to do. That's the thing. Regardless, now, in my opinion, he got work to do. Even if he wants to see the field with the way that Andre's playing, I'm not playing him over Andre. Like, he got work to do regardless. Like,
I hear that. I hear what y'all saying.
He ain't
but
coming back
once
in
he
and
gets
starting
back
right away.
and he's healthy, and we trying to play out the back, and he's healthy, guess who's going to be on the pitch? I don't know how they're going to do it, but they'll figure it out. He'll be on the pitch because we cannot play out the back. And every fucking manager we bring in wants to play out the back, and we cannot. Caicedo can't do it. Reece James could do it, but the other motherfuckers are never on point to what he's doing. So that shit never looks good. And don't even get me started on Enzo. He turns like a fucking sundial.
I'm not gonna lie.
Never seen
a lot of that to me, Jimmy. A lot of that to me is on the manager.
On the manager that these players can't beat the press.
No, ain't about beat the press or not beat the press. You know, there's very few players you're gonna get in world football that are on a better technical level than those guys, right?
Yeah.
So. If you're telling me that it's the quality of the players, that an injured guy who only plays like 5 games a year is your only solution to it, you're fucked. Figure it out tactically.
No, get better. Get players. No, my thing is this: either get a manager that fits what you have, or get the fucking players the manager need. You can't do that.
Who are you gonna get out there? He's gonna build up from the back for you in this Chelsea. Like,
that's my point. So get a manager that's not going to play that way.
That I can agree with, but I'm not going to agree with. No. I hear what you're saying. But what I'm not going to agree with is like, oh no, we got to get the players to come in and play from. I'm looking at the in world football. Who are you going to get? You guys are desperate for Wharton. Wharton not going to change your life like that.
What were you saying? Wharton can't play out the back?
Of course he can. But do you know how much it's going to take to get a guy like Wharton into this team?
But no, I'm not saying get Wharton. I'm saying get a fucking manager that does not play that way.
These guys are supposed to be tactical geniuses who know all these different shit. Figure it out.
But that's how they play. I hear what you're saying. But every manager has a style of play.
Fucking tactics. Figure it out. I got to build up play.
Get a better manager. They need to hire better managers, man. These managers they hiring ain't the figure it out type of managers. These ain't the figure it out type of guys.
They're not. Obviously, they're not. This guy's a bum. I'm sorry.
They hiring young managers. Of course they not. How the fuck they gonna figure it out? They young. I don't expect them to figure it out.
You got to figure it out.
Especially mid-season, you've got games every 3 days. You can barely implement your philosophy.
I mean, look,
Go hire a fucking manager that can actually look at his players and say, you know what, they can't do this. Let me try that.
Adapt to
Hire
them.
that.
Adapt to their ability. Yeah.
But most managers don't. Let's be honest. Big managers don't even do that. Big managers say, get rid of him, and get me him, and get me him. They don't be no whole bunch of, I'm going to adjust all of this. Nah, man, they be like, get this nigga out of here and get me him.
There's other parts in this.
Wait, can I ask a question?
Right?
Wait,
Dan, if we can't win the ball, just last point, Scott. If we can't win the ball, that's the thing teams do, right? When in like build-up play, it's we can't build up like that. Okay, we're going to hit it long. But we're going to press the hell out of you. We're going to win the ball anyway. Fucking hit the ball long. Why are we playing around?
Because you know why our keeper can't consistently hit the ball.
You can fix the press.
Even that. What about that, Daniel? You said hit the ball long.
Move it to him anyway.
Sanchez, is he even good at that, bro?
Yeah, can he do that? Who's going to hold up the ball as well?
Listen, man.
No, but hang on.
You know what Daniel said.
When you ask Sanchez to hit the ball long, he 2 out of 10.
Hit the ball long, man.
I hear what you're saying. Like, I would like it too, because
I trying to hear that. Man.
We've seen João Pedro score that nice goal. Was it Newcastle where he chested it?
Pedro can win aerial, dude. It's just the ball rarely gets to him.
Yeah,
we know. Right, all
we know
the
the lap can't.
All the way too far. It's
you know what I see the problem is? Because they don't hit it. Like, I remember the way that people think it's just hoofball. Even with guys like Conte, even with guys like Tuchel, when they're going long, they're going to the wing. And there's a tall player on the wing who's winning the ball on the byline, knocking it back. There's a tactic to even that. It's not just a random, let's move the ball to Drogba. Drogba is either off the left or he's off the right. He's not just central all the time, waiting for the ball with 2 center backs on him. Sometimes
the net
or Esteval.
Yeah. We be hoofing it to Esteval, my nigga. Esteval be jumping his life out this high off the ground and shit. I'm like, yo, what are we doing, man?
Talk about like 112 pounds, and we're like, yo, you got to win headers. Yeah. Daniel, don't get me wrong. I agree with everything you're saying. It's another way of relieving pressure, and it's another way of making sure that, like, I'm the same way. Like, I think all of us, when the ball gets to Sanchez and he's under any pressure, we're always like, just hit that shit long. But in big 2025 and 2026, when you hit it long, you need to give yourself a chance to at least win that, either the initial header or the 50-50 ball. And Sanchez he's too inconsistent with it. Sometimes he's hitting it out of play. Sometimes he's hitting it
out of play. My God.
Sometimes he's just hitting it right back, so we just get right back under pressure.
Whenever he get to the right side, it's always right into the camera. It look like the ball about to hit you in your face when you're watching it on TV. Every time. I'm like, damn, yo, that's your right foot. That's your strong foot.
Yeah, that's the worst part. It won't even be on his left foot. It'll be on his.
When he go right foot to the left, it's delivered better. Right foot to the right. Oh my gosh, that shit is going clean out of play, yo.
Problem is we know.
Wait, hang on. So can I ask you guys a question? Because I haven't been here for a minute. So is the general consensus on Rosinha that he's not it?
You can't tell well, for me, it's indifference. I just don't care.
Hold on, wait. You said your consensus is he's not it after that many games.
No, he said the general consensus is that he's not it. I'm saying
he asked is the general consensus.
I've not been here for a while. I'm trying to see what everyone's on. Because I
was listening to whatever the guy's name is. I keep
Alex, you got an echo.
Yeah, I know, because I'm in the empty living room. No furniture. So it's not that. But here's the thing. I like when people come up with the statement. They come with the statement, and all of a sudden, when somebody pressed them, like Jimmy did and Joe did, and all of a sudden, the backpedaling starts like, oh my God, here, row the boat, like a freaking those, what's the name? Those, what's the name of those long boats when people rolling backwards? This is how mad this guy is. He's like, I never said this. Yes, you fucking did. You said he's overrated, number one. And then you said the biggest thing is you want him to be sold. And now you're saying, I don't want him to be sold. How the fuck, man?
Wait, hang on.
That's number one. Number two, to add to Daniel, what Daniel said, there is a strategy to clear the ball.
Alex, I think that was directed at Abs, so you just wanted to respond.
First of all,
no, nothing. I don't need a response. There's no response. There's a statement.
This is rhetorical. Yeah, he don't want.
This is rhetorical. I wanted to. I actually wanted. The reason why I want to join is because what Daniel said.
Let him finish.
No,
I want to say. I didn't say your name.
Finish, man. Let him finish.
No, but he's lied. He's saying that I'm saying.
I didn't say your name.
Stop lying on my name. No, it was
because I don't know your name.
Let's keep it a buck. That's what you said.
I never. No.
Anyway, what Daniel said, it's a virtual good thing. What Daniel said. Hold on.
No,
hold on. Daniel said there is a strategy.
You're telling lies.
There is a strategy to clear the ball. There is a strategy to clear the ball. The problem is when you even clear the ball to the wings, there's one strategy to it. If you lose, at least it's going out of bounds or anything, the risk taken. The problem with our players, they're not even risk-taking players. Like, they don't do that. Like, they will not know when to try to control the ball. They will not know when to actually try to and let it go. That's the madness with this team. They're so stupid. On the wings, in the front, it doesn't matter where. That's the problem. And another thing, on that point that people said, this is why those managers are struggling. Because the problem is you have a specific skill, but you're not using it. It's like in freaking boxing. You know that your strongest suit is jab, but you don't use it because your coach saying, oh, try hook, only hook, no jab. Use the things that you have in your vocabulary first. Then see if you can implement it. If you see that Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez cannot do the thing that Lavia can, adjust it when Lavia is not there. He's not doing it. He tried to adjust it with James, but even with James, it's not working sometimes. It's because even if we do one time, we finally get pressed out of counter press, out of center back line, and when we pass the midfield, we going back to the same bozos like Enzo Fernandez. When Caicedo gets the pass and he finally breaks out of the press, or James, there's the bozos on the next level of that team. So when Enzo Fernandez receives, he does the steps with his thoughts on the ball. When a fucker don't need him to, he tries to pass it with outside of his foot. When a fucking open your hips and pass it with him. Same thing with what's his name? With Pedro. And with Pedro, you pass it to Pedro. Pedro first touch, he's chasing it like William used to chase it. Or Lukaku. Then there was another one. It's Lukaku, but from Brazil. Or Lukaku from England. All of them are chasing their own passes. The fucking team is full of frauds. I'm done.
He dropped him. Yo, he just dropped the bucket.
The pipe bomb, man. Abs, you hit. Oh, you didn't even wait for the response.
No, Abs is still there.
I'll answer for Alex. Yeah, go ahead, Alex. I'll answer for Alex.
Where's the accent?
Hey, Jimmy, you better do it in an Alex accent, though.
I made a point to not wait for the response, man. This
is what's funny. Listen, people can say what they want about me. The one thing I don't appreciate is when people lie. There are many witnesses here. If you can find the exact point when I said that Lavia should be sold, then I'll shut up and I won't say anything for the rest of the stream.
Chill,
please, someone show me that.
Alex will go find it. Chill.
Please go find it. If he goes and finds it, I won't come back on here again. Cool. Because I know it's not true. So you can make a point, but regardless, it has to have some truth to it. There was no truth behind any of what he said. So basically, he just said empty words. There was no substance behind anything he said. It was just BS. Well done.
Well, I missed the original argument, or it was. Is it that Lavia's our only midfielder that's good in build-up?
No.
He's just Lavia for like 40 minutes. Why?
All I said.
He's back in training, bro.
Luiz and then midfield depth, and it led to Lavia's injury.
All I said. I'm going to say it for the last time, and if people don't clock it, then that's a you problem, innit? All I said is that Lavia, in my opinion, his impact on the team is overrated. I don't know how people got to the point where they said, oh, I'm saying he's shit, or we need to sell him, or this and that. Saying someone's overrated does not mean he's rubbish. Saying someone's overrated doesn't mean you need to get rid of him. If you ask me if I'd get rid of him or not, I'd probably say yeah, but that's because of injuries, not because of his quality.
Gotcha. Okay. I know. I wasn't.
You got rid of Reece
I just
James
didn't hear.
too,
I didn't hear it.
No, I actually wouldn't because Reece has done a lot for my
I know
club.
nobody did. Nobody would have. Nobody.
No, but the thing is,
I was only arguing with myself. I know nobody wasn't. I was arguing with myself.
I know who you were arguing with, but I'm not gonna say.
No, nigga, I wasn't just arguing with one person. It's a bunch of niggas. Yeah, let's not act like I was arguing with one nigga. It was a bunch of niggas.
You want to know differences, Jimmy? The differences.
It's not about a call them out thing. Y'all never see me do the calling out. I just like to know that I'm right. I'm one of them. I'm old.
No, but here's the thing, Jimmy. Do you know what it is? Here's the difference, right? With Reece, Reece has done a lot for my football club. I have a loyalty to Reece James. I don't owe anything as a fan to Romeo Lavia because what's he done for us?
Yeah. I wanted to bring the super chats that Brendan said Reece was overrated back then when he wasn't fit. Disagree, because we'd seen enough of Reece even before the injury problems to even know the level of the player. So, and even then, Reece would come back, even injured, he'd play at the same level, and then
but
go
that's
off.
my argument with Lavia. That's my argument with Lavia.
Same. That's my argument with all those injury players.
You be like,
that's
God
why
damn, we missed
on
that.
him.
And we find out in the middle of the week after he just played a good game that he's hurt. It's not like he played a game. Only the last time when he walked off with the thigh injury. Before that, Lavia would play. We'll be going crazy. Oh, he played so great. And then it'd be like a Wednesday. They'll be like, oh, yeah, Lavia's out. Like, why? What the fuck happened? You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing about Lavia. It's not that I got some affinity for him. No, when he comes back, he looks the goods. So it's like, if y'all can get him healthy and he come back and he looks the goods, keep him. But if he can't play, if he come back one more time and he get injured again, it's like, all right, you can go. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's why with Chilwell, I was like, nah, the injuries have killed you.
Chilwell's ass. I don't even compare it to no Chilwell.
I'm
before the
saying, like,
injuries,
players that you're going to give time to because they come back at a good level, and players that come back and they don't. Chilwell and Kovacic was the ones that came back and they didn't. So I was like, yeah, you lot can go. You're injury prone and you don't contribute when you're fit. James, different.
People keep forgetting like class is permanent, form is temporary, right? People keep forgetting that like motto. So like that's what this guy's playing shit, so he's shit now. Like so we're going to discount what they've done up until that point. Like obviously Reece being injured, sure, but we always knew the level he was. Yeah, Lavia's only played like a small sample size, but on the ball, your eyes can see the type of player he is. He don't play one for one, like how Caicedo plays, like how Santos plays. He's his own type of player, and it is unique. It offers us something different in midfield. When we see a lack of control in the midfield, like last couple of games, that's why man start thinking about Lavia and what he could have done in that situation if he was playing for us. You know what I mean? So it's not necessarily like people just saying, "Oh, he's like a must play." Player that we need him like that, but still he offers something different, you know.
I just want to say on this, yes, Chilwell did contribute more than Lavia. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what level are you as an individual when you come back. Chilwell after that ACL, done.
Yeah.
James when he came back from his injury, brilliant. Lavia when he comes back. Brilliant. That's completely different. We know what Chilwell's won. We know he's played a part in it. The ACL deaded him.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So do people think we didn't control the midfield versus Palace?
No, not first half, definitely not.
I don't think Palace. I thought Palace was ass.
It was largely down to the
very sloppy.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
it was very sloppy passing.
Through the middle, they couldn't do anything, right? But they were going to go through the wings either way. That's what they usually do. But through their strikers were basically, apart from that one chance that what's his name had, where he should have scored and he fucked it up. But
until you show me otherwise, yes.
Yeah. They didn't do anything. Right?
Yeah, I thought like people
on the ball, it got better in the second half.
On the ball.
But first half we didn't dominate on the ball. Like we were just good.
Morton was the best midfielder on the pitch. Yeah, for 30 minutes. I think he got sent off with a red. How the fuck was he the best? If a Chelsea player got sent off with a red, you would never see Reaper say they was the best player on the pitch. That's why I say Reaper. He's a glizzy god. He puts other people's players' dick so far down his throat. You need one time a Chelsea player could get sent off with a red, and this pussy would say that they were the best player on the pitch. Name
Yeah, I thought. Look, I thought
and
Wharton.
you know what's nuts is like even me who
Wharton
likes
left like 70th minute.
Yeah, you see what you saw. Scott.
even someone like me who likes Wharton, by the way, and I think he would be an improvement on Enzo. He was at best third best midfielder on the pitch. At best.
Yeah.
Like Caicedo was better than him, and Santos was better than him.
Defensively,
Reaper full of shit. And Reaper, I rate Wharton. I said I would take Wharton over Enzo, and I would take I would take Wharton right now, not necessarily over Enzo. They kind of have, but I would take Anderson over fucking Enzo.
Yeah,
I say that shit every week. If Anderson gonna play like that, I'll take him over Enzo every day, because in this fucking league, you need pace and power more than anything else. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. More than anything else in the Prem, pace and power will eat you up.
Yeah.
Eat you the fuck. And right now, that's what's killing Enzo. That's what's killing Enzo. They are getting when Enzo get the ball, the word is out. Rush him. Once he get rushed, Enzo is like then
Jailhouse.
he fall on the ground and put his hands up, and I'm
Jailhouse
like,
sentence. And that new guy comes in the yard and
You're in the headlight.
rush him.
Yeah, it's out. The word is out on Enzo. Rush him.
Yeah,
rush Enzo, and he's.
I like Wharton, but I think Wharton is crazy overrated. I think defensively he's not great, and I think in and around the box, his end product is abysmal. But in that space where he can get on the ball and he
get
can
off the
put
ball.
pass.
Yeah, the first man off the back.
Yeah,
line.
he's good. And don't get me wrong, like I take him.
Value that.
But I like Elliot Anderson. When I saw him ragdolling Odegaard the other day,
Anderson is a beast. I started hearing Elliot Anderson's name at the end of last year. Yeah. So at the beginning of this year, I started like keeping an eye on him, and then I was like, "Oh, this."
Yeah.
I see.
You about to say, Daniel?
No. I was going to say, like, people overlook that side of things when they're forgetting that we had a guy who was better than all of these guys when it comes to the first phase, right? In the first phase, he was better than all of them, but his defensive was still a problem. Jorginho.
Oh, yeah.
All Jorginho was here. We knew that his defensive, defensively, he was so bad that even though on the ball, he was probably the best in the league. Like
the best.
First phase.
And also shutting the game down. Oh my God.
Just controlling the tempo of the game. He's busting it out.
Jorginho's the best player.
And see that, like, okay, that's
do it all without breaking a sweat.
Everything.
Little one touch, open his body up, and position, played. Yeah, Jorginho.
It's
When Jorginho was on his
in
game,
terms of play wise.
Yeah, when he was on his game, like he was like I like players like that who just keep it simple. They just keep it moving, keep it ticking. The only problem with him was kind of like Enzo, where like he just defensively you need legs next to him because he can't.
Need someone to accommodate him. Yeah.
Jorginho's side passes would rage you. Yeah, that was only when we was losing.
That's what he was there for. You don't want Jorginho with
never in my life rated Ugarte. I heard about Ugarte from Scott.
Yeah.
Scott told me about. I never even knew who Ugarte was. I heard Scott talk about him, and then I remember.
Bro, that's
I wanted that Ugarte. I wanted Ugarte.
Yeah, saying that's allegations.
I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know too much about him. And then when I saw him at United, I was like, holy shit, we dodged the bullet. Because if we would have got, I remember PSG hyped actors. If we would have got him, I would have been like, okay.
Poch wanted him, right? Didn't Poch want him?
Yeah, Poch wanted him.
Yeah.
Poch wanted him and
Gallagher. Oh my God. We would have been the only team to play a Premier League game and not have one completed pass in the midfield.
Don't forget he wanted Havertz and Mount too.
Yo,
listen. Gallagher and Ugarte in a midfield pivot.
What kind of pivot is that, bro? Ugarte and Gallagher, bro. Like, what the fuck?
No, that's a championship side pivot.
Ugarte and Gallagher as a pivot. You know, the other team, they don't even have to. The other team, they can literally just give you the ball. They'll just give you the ball and say, yeah, do what you need to do. Because
not all. Don't say we all, because I swear I didn't know much about him. I remember coming on stream and Scott was telling me about him, and I went and started looking him up. That's how
you know that modern tactic where at the kickoff, some teams will send it out like towards the corner flag just so they can set up the press. If we had that double pivot, they would just pass it right to Ugarte. And
it's like literally, bro, that pivot would be beyond this. Brother,
Yeah, kick that shit to Ugarte in Russia, man.
Hey, did we get any money from Atletico selling Gallagher to Spurs?
Negative.
We didn't get any.
Nah, we sold Gallagher for almost like 40 mil. So nah.
Hey, I was hoping we get like a nice little like 5 mil.
I heard United get 50% of whatever happens with Greenwood. He's gonna sell for big food, bro. Ooh. He's gonna sell for big food.
Yeah, at some point, somebody's gonna.
One of them big teams in Spain gonna be like, you know what?
Yeah,
we're gonna go for that. Yeah,
Italy too. They look like country.
Italy don't be having the brand. Italy don't be having
tolerant of beating women.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry for the Eddie Italians in the chat. And then give him one of these, Jimmy.
Hey.
Hey,
yeah, Greenwood. Hey,
violence.
Greenwood is a beast, man.
Lewis, go ahead, play your the thoughts of Lewis's panelists.
Yeah. Let me wheel it up.
There you go.
He said Spain have Thomas Partey. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they signed him right
Thomas
away.
Partey.
Yeah, they signed Thomas Partey right away. Him and all his.
And Real gonna go 2 for 2.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's crazy. But I ain't gonna lie, that kid is.
Yeah, he's. I'm like, yo, maybe we can convince him to play for Jamaica in time to try to qualify for the World Cup.
I don't think he's doing it. Like they've been trying to get him. They've been trying. Yeah, he would. Yo, imagine. I said it the other day on the stream. Imagine him up against like Bermuda, man. That's like 12 goals, man. Him against Haiti.
Yeah.
Like, yo, those back lines. Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah.
Yo,
he's smacking those back lines up, and then his girl after.
Yeah, man.
Hey, we don't condone violence.
Now y'all see why I be having KG on my fucking.
Yeah, hey, hold on. Let me. That was Liam that said that.
The niggas taking over the bridge. Lewis, I gotta give you the niggas taking over the bridge song, man. You gotta play that shit.
I've heard of it, man. That sounds lit, man.
Yeah, I gotta send you that, man.
Oh shit! I know. Hey, I apologize, chat. I apologize. It was a mad one last night. It was. I've been shoveling snow for like 48 hours straight.
Ice. Ice. We've been moving ice.
Hell yeah, young.
Reaper, you always see the rivals coming in my chat hating on the song. Everybody be coming in like, yo, that song lit, Jimmy. They're like, that song sucks. I'm like, yeah, you're one of one, nigga. That song is fire.
You probably.
The song is fire. I made it, and even I be like, this is
hell yeah. I even heard Nathan singing along to it. Nathan, is that true?
Like the niggas taking over. I mean, the guys, the man them is taking over the
I know, right? Nah, I'm messing with you, Nathan. Nathan's good people. Nathan's good people, chat. He's never used the hard R.
I'm gonna use
Even with the pot North Africa tax. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh. Yo, I wish these Cole, on a serious note, I wish these Cole Palmer rumors to Manchester United would just fuck off.
See this logo?
Yeah, it's cold. I like it.
It in the group. I'm like, fuck this logo. Score me some goals, but I ain't gonna lie.
It's cold. It would look good on like.
I need to see what the brand is.
The Kobe logo.
Black, on an all black hoodie with just that on the front, all black with the white. But now that the logo's out, I'll make my own hoodie. He can't stop me.
Yo, we're gonna see on Jimmy's stream. Cole Palmer is suing Jimmy to split TV.
I wouldn't sell him. I'll just have it. You know what I mean? Just be wearing that shit, man. Yeah, the logo fire. It's actually really like, you know what I mean? The Cole Palmer shit. You see the C and the P. That's fire. I like that.
So everybody traveled to Napoli, right? No injuries.
Yeah, no injuries. Palmer's traveled.
Palmer's traveled. I don't think we would even need Palmer to beat them. Like, come on, we know Conte shit in the fucking.
Yo, I was looking at their team, right? They're apparently running on fumes. They've got
running on fucking injuries are killing them. You ain't hear him go at his board?
Yeah.
Second season Conte, mate.
He said,
this might
he said Chelsea's a good team, Napoli's a good team, but Chelsea could buy $100 million player. We can't. I'm like,
Listen,
nigga,
tell him
why?
cry more. Tell him cry more. He's a bald prick.
Yo, I'm
Don't
like,
be
yo,
silly.
this is all he do. Is this the boy he get? But you bring him in to win. He's a fucking winner, bro. The dude wins, man. He wins.
No,
He's not gonna win in Europe. You can forget about that. Once you make Champions League, get rid of Conte. I tell people that all the time. Once he gets to the Champions League, get rid of him, bro. That's it. He's done his job.
That's the best way
Napoli
to
fans are already blaming him for their injuries as well. They're saying his training methods are rough and you don't rotate the squad at all.
Yeah, he won't let him eat that red sauce.
What he wanted.
That red sauce does wonders for inflammation, I heard.
Yeah, that's crazy. Listen, this nigga Conte is a madman, bro.
Yeah,
But
he's
he
crazy.
wins, man. But
He
wins,
is
man. I
absolutely
can't lie.
crazy.
He's fucking mental. He's mental.
You got rid of ready immediately.
I'm gonna say that, and I know everybody, we all know the story, but how the fuck you look at Victor Moses and go, you know what? Right wing back.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck, you gotta be out of your fucking mind, bro. Right wing back. And you gonna look world class doing it. Yeah. And you gonna look world class doing it.
And then Marcus Alonso on the other side. Yo, our wing backs were on demon time.
Bro, see, Conte, listen, you know what? Here's the thing. I've never been more confident of a convincing Chelsea win than I am today. We're going to win that 3-0.
What, that Napoli? Against Napoli?
Yeah, we will.
If we win heavily, we could have an outside chance of finishing top 5.
No, listen,
There's a bit of a domino effect for it to happen, but there is a chance.
Does it matter? Does it matter where you finish in the top 5, like or in the top 8?
Well, if you get to the top 4, I think you get home games for the quarters and the semis, or just the quarters.
Oh yeah, they changed that rule last year after Arsenal complained that they had to play PSG away in the second. Yeah, okay. I didn't know if it was like a Prem thing where, say you finish 3rd in the group stage, do you get like more money than finishing 7th or something?
You might get marginally more money, but
yeah, I think you probably do. Yeah, you get a couple dollars more when you finish. Yeah, you're right. I remember reading that. Yeah.
Yo, how?
But after this round, as long as you keep advancing to the next round, you get it back.
How shit is Europe if Spurs are sitting in 5th right now?
Yeah, that's bananas, isn't it? Isn't that fucking bananas?
Yeah, and that's Frankfurt that already on out. They're not even going to make qualifiers.
And I want people to realize that. Don't ever complain about that. That opens up the 5th spot.
Yeah.
So the coefficient points going into the round of 32 for the Prem is crazy.
Yeah, and we might need that too. We might need all the help we can get.
No, it's Liverpool, Man United, and Chelsea fighting for the top 5 spots.
Yeah,
you're gonna need that, bro. You're gonna need that. It's
three
teams
me,
that got talented squads, and that's gonna be doing this all year, up and down, up and down. Ain't none of us gonna be solid.
Do we think or do folks think that Villa is gonna drop off?
Nah. I think they team.
I think there will be a drop, whether it's enough,
but not drop to us. No, I don't think they're going.
I think they're going to go deep in the Europa League, and they might start focusing on that. Yeah, because there's still a route into Champions League.
They got 2 bites of the cherry with the Europa League and the Prem.
And Reaper brings up the point. Their midfield has been done out with injuries.
Yeah, I put it in the group chat. They lost. McGinn is out for 6 weeks.
Wow.
Tielemans
is out, and Kamara.
And Kamara's out for the year. Yeah. So that's why. So
that's depth. Yeah, that's a lot of depth, bro.
So I know Douglas Luiz like turned us down, but if you're Douglas Luiz, it probably makes sense.
Oh, he's going to Villa. He's going to Villa. He's going to Villa.
It's a good for him. Douglas Luiz, again, he's another guy where I don't know why everyone's, don't know why there's an outrage. It's not really all that anyway.
There's nobody outraged, bro.
It was a body. I just looked at it as an extra body.
I'm more annoyed at the briefings for just like it's the same shit. Oh, we just wanted someone else. We didn't even want to loan with an option.
They wanted that
5 days ago that I wanted to loan with an option.
Yeah, they wanted that nigga.
That's what's annoying. Douglas Luiz gives a damn. Why are you still trying to do this bullshit like we can't see through you?
And why
so you're upset at the dishonesty? That makes sense.
Why are you trying to sign him?
It's just like that. It's insulting the intelligence. That's what it is.
Of course.
No, but here's the thing. The problem is, listen, Chelsea will always, I'll be honest with you, since Clear Lake have come in, Chelsea have always dropped like PR statements, which makes them seem like they tried, but shit just didn't go their way because they were unlucky in a sense of. But the reality is everyone knows what I've done. So it's not that deep. I don't listen to most news aggravated shit related to Chelsea anymore. unless it's about, you know, fixture changes or injuries or whatever. In terms of player transfers and all that nonsense, nah.
Yeah.
Just report on it, but I don't believe none of this for nothing.
Yeah, no one should, because the reality is these guys, they're not. They will never be completely honest because that goes against their remit.
Yeah, but you also on the flip side though, ads. I don't want my board to be completely honest. Like I want them to keep some shit behind the scenes. Like I don't want fans. I don't want them to hold on, Gabe. I don't want the fans to like drive their targets and stuff like that. If that makes sense, like 100%. Because there's
we don't always know the right thing for the club. You know what I mean? Like, all of our opinions, right?
Course.
So
for every Nathan, there's a jesters. You know what I mean? Like for every sensible person and that wants you know, like reasonable transfers that align with the system, that align with the manager, that align with the club. There's people out there that bring me this player, and you're just like, bro, I wouldn't want
but
you
the thing is, bro,
managing my FIFA team.
Sorry, I don't know.
I am sorry about KDH and Jacquet.
No, but hear this. So my thing is, I get that, but at the same time, that's not really what I'm on about. I'm just on about the fact that, like, if you're asking for transparency from, you know, the current ownership, then you're asking for transparency from those guys. You're basically being a dead horse because they're not the type of people. And I get it. You're right in the sense of you shouldn't need complete transparency all the time, because the reality is they run a multi-million pound in, you know, company, which, you know, the average person wouldn't be able to run as, you know, that well. So I don't care if they don't keep shit behind the scenes, but at the same time, dropping out like a bunch of reports and all that shit is just like,
yeah.
If it's constant, it's constant BS and lies. So it's just like, I don't take it serious. It's a waste of time as it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think they do it on purpose to selectively feed journos information to either keep folks off the scent trail or to satisfy us in that they're looking at targets that they think that the fans would like.
Yeah, but with all due respect to the people who get satisfied, I can't lie. And I'm talking about after the deal falls through. I'll be honest with you. If you still get satisfied by the club apparently targeting certain guys, then you must believe in the Tooth Fairy and Father Christmas and all that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good point. So
Judo Gnome says for every Jimmy there is a Rob. That's what you're saying, KG.
Yeah, Judo Gnome. You paid $10 to say that. You could, hey, pick up yourself, Judo Gnome.
Big up Judo Gnome, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah. You know, we could sign fucking the Ayatollah, and Rob would be like, that's elite recruitment.
Yes, yo. It don't matter who we sign.
Yeah.
Bro.
I
everything is elite recruitment by Rob, bro.
I argue with him. I block him.
Want to protest that?
And then I take him off a block to argue with him some more. But I'm like, just because you go out there and buy all these 16 and 17 and 18-year-olds, it doesn't, like, just because you're buying players doesn't make it elite. It just means that you have a lot of money.
You know what?
He's funny though. You hear what he said about Madueke stands? I saw that on Twitter yesterday. It was
the episode, the day when if somebody just give me the date, I'll be able to find the episode of Blues Diaries. When we signed Booty Meaty and they were trying to tell me that was a good signing. Yo, I was losing my fucking mind. I busted him. I caught him in a lie. I was like, you seen him play? Yeah, I've seen him play. I was like, yo, I've trapped him into the corner. How many times you seen him play? Like, yo, in that episode, that shit was fucking hilarious. Even Rob had to laugh. I trapped him like, yo, you
bro, but Robert isn't like, listen, I'll be honest with you guys. Robert,
you got to send it to me. I'm still trying to find it.
No, but the thing is, when it comes to Rob, and this is no disrespect to him because I'm sure he's a cool guy, but you have to take Rob in the same way that you have to take what Johnny Minerals used to say pre-Clear Lake coming in. Because when Johnny used to go on his long-ass rants about Mason Mount, I can't add, used to laugh.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the Johan Mount and all that nonsense. So it's the same thing, man. Just like, when you start seeing the human behind it,
I just don't get it. Just call a spade a spade. Like if the club makes a like, I don't. When we sign these like 17, 18-year-old kids, like there's nothing. I'm so used to it now, but there's also nothing I can really say about the player because I don't fucking know them. Like I haven't seen I'd rely on Joey. Like Joey's my version of Y Scout.
Your scout, yeah.
No, but at the same time, for me, I see the humor in it. For me, when Robert says something, I find it funny. I don't care.
Yeah, Strasbourg Steve will tell you about a Bulgarian 16-year-old that's got one leg, but he's nice and tidy on the balls. Steve will tell you. Steve knows everything about all these obscure leagues.
You're trolling.
Let me ask you to ask a favor, right? Because I've been seeing the type of people that have been supporting Noni. Can you reveal us your hairline, please?
Yo, Robert thinks he's funny. Fair enough.
No,
wait. Fucking brilliant, man.
Hey,
Shut up.
big up, bro.
What you what?
He said something about the. Go ahead, play there.
Let me ask you to ask a favor, right? Because I've been seeing the type of people that have been supporting Noni. Can you reveal us your hairline, please?
Yo, Robert thinks he's funny.
Oh, that's brilliant, man. I think that was on CB's channel. Shout out CB.
Funny. That's fucking funny. That's funny.
Yeah, big up Abdias. I couldn't find the account. I thought I had that saved.
No, but Lewis, you see what it is with Robert? Once you see the funny side of him, then it's you won't get rattled.
Oh yeah, I don't get rattled by Rob. I might at him or something, but I know the response is just going to be something.
It's
so
funny.
All right, man. I just want to hear how he spins it.
Listen, the funniest thing was Robert's celebratory stream when we won the Club World Cup and he went on to CB's thing with the sunglasses. That was true.
I haven't even seen that one, bro. That
was funny, man. Big him up though. Big him up. He's got some smelly basketball.
Blessed guy, man. Blessed guy. Speaking of these rumors, though, do we think Jacquet is going to be a Chelsea player even by the summer? Forget now. It's an Anselmino thing. Maybe start and do musical chairs again.
I don't think he will be.
Daniel, would you? I know we've had conversations on Jacquet. Would you take him in the summer if the price was like, price came down like 40 million, 40 to 45?
No. It's not about the price or how good he is. It's just I have too many projects.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And at some point you have to just like stick to the project that you have instead of adding another project. You know what I mean?
Go with the current project out before you start working on a new one. I got
you. Like we have a couple 20-year-old center backs that I have like or promising or whatever. Let's see where they go.
What are folks saying about? I haven't been on Twitter too much today. What are folks saying about the Anselmino getting recalled? Do people think that he's going to Strasbourg and Sarr's coming to us?
There's a theory of that going around, but that's just it.
I think he probably
more to it because he's not done a lot while he's been at Dortmund. He's had some good games. I think he's had a couple injuries over there too.
He has, yeah. Unfortunately, like he'd play well for them when he plays and he gets injured. So,
gotcha.
It's for all-intents purposes. They wanted to keep him at Dortmund. Well, the Dortmund players.
Yeah, I was reading something, Nathan, about
Dortmund fans fell for him. Yeah,
they had been asking for a permanent.
Yeah, they were.
And they were trying
Sebastian Kiel, the sporting director. Yeah.
But you know, on Friday, then there's going to be a conversation about future plans.
Yeah, he's due back on Thursday. I need to.
Yes, by then you know if he's staying here or going to Strasbourg, I guess.
That's one thing that I know people feel a certain way about for Senior in terms of like the appointment, but the mess that we threw him into. Like
exactly, how could I be mad at him? You know what I mean?
Not only like on the field and on the pitch, like he's got to sort us out. He's got to get us playing better. He's got to find the right players for how he wants to play and things like that. You know, manage. You know, all just the normal managerial things. But the shit that we're throwing at him, like we're throwing at him responsibility to. All right, what do you want to do with Sterling? What do you want to do with Disasi? What are we going to do with Anselmino? Are we going to address the center back elephant in the room? Like all the shit that you would want a manager to do, but we know that he's just a head coach. So it's like, I don't even know how you would, and he's young and he's inexperienced to boot. Like he had to deal with some of this at Strasbourg with like players coming and going and things like that. but not to this level of magnitude and not to the level of pressure that you get when you're on the touchlines at Chelsea. It's a lot. It'd be a lot for an experienced manager. It'd be a lot for someone with a little bit more experience than like Maresca. And it's definitely a lot for this young brother.
Yeah,
Of course. That makes sense.
That's why I said if this motherfucker get us top 4 this year,
yeah,
I think it's better than what you call it did last year.
Maresca,
so much turmoil. It's so much fucking turmoil.
So much outside noise.
Yeah,
so much,
like if he pull this off.
Yeah, it's crazy. Then
a lot of the so-called bad decisions.
No, I'll give him there's two things, right? You have to achieve, obviously, but you have to develop players. So if you develop players reach certain heights under you.
Yeah,
I'll give you a lot of credit, even if you're not going to be the manager that wins under me. The fact of the matter is, if Estevao becomes a world-class player, if Savić becomes a world-class player, if these guys develop, right, and one of these young center backs that we have in these players, if they develop the right way, even if you don't win and you leave, I can win with somebody else.
You can look.
That's my only chance of making, right? I'm not going to make it unless those guys become like world-class talents.
Yeah. But then Daniel, that's putting a lot on. You're putting a lot on the
job. That's the job.
Yeah.
That's the job, though.
I
know. I'm not saying this is.
This is
not
why
his
I want
job.
somebody
I'm
who's
just saying,
super experienced, but people care
Yeah.
about style of play and this guy, he's a dinosaur. Okay, I mean, listen.
Nah, get a couple older dogs, man. Get some dogs out there. We need some dogs.
Yeah.
We need some old dogs out there, man. I don't know what the fuck people be thinking. We need a couple old dogs out there. You need a couple motherfuckers that when they coming off that, when they do this, or they pray or whatever, and they running on that pitch, the other team going, God damn.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I watched Bournemouth's last 2 games very closely to get a good look at what is this? Senesi, right? That's his name. How you pronounce it?
Senesi,
Yeah.
Yo, versus Liverpool, he was hella calm. Like I was like, yeah, I no homo. I want some of that.
Yeah,
Like,
he's them old players like that. They not they don't cost a lot of bread.
Hey, yo, big homie. Hey, yo, big homie. You gotta
Love the splash fire.
Yeah, you know what? You know some stuff you can say pause and some you just gotta hit the stop
Yeah.
button. That's what stop, eject. Yeah, stop and eject. Yeah, eject.
That wasn't me. That was Liam that said that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
But you
change
gotta
it. So I'm
You
gonna
gotta
change
be
it
like a
so-
judge. You gotta strike that from the record. Yeah,
I'm gonna change my away screen so it's just Liam's mouth. So anytime I say something scandalous, I just blame Liam and it look like he's talking. Like he was calm on the ball. He defended certain situations well. Like he didn't panic. Like I look at our center backs, and when they make issues, a lot of times they're panicking, and it just gets, and then they compound it, and then the other center back where you would want them to clean it up and like bail them out, they're panicking, and it's just, and then you got Sanchez in the back who's always capable of just going brain dead at any moment. And I'm just
if the center backs in front of him is playing well, Sanchez is good. Sanchez is high. Like he's a great, like I'm starting to realize how good of that dude is a good shot stopper, man.
Yeah.
His distribution
Always
is a lot to do.
Just don't bring up the Arsenal thing.
Yeah, but his shot stopping, he makes some shot. Like even on
I'm
that
glad that you
goal,
reacted well to that game.
That
So am I,
save
Lewis.
he made
I was impressed with
on
that.
that goal. Oh
Yeah, it was
my
nuts.
God. Oh my gosh,
It was
that
nuts.
is a crazy fucking thing, and we can't even give him this proper props for that.
I
Because
know.
fucking Batty Shield and Chalaba there, like, oh look,
Yeah,
it's a ball.
they're both looking at each other.
I
Like,
didn't clear it.
Yo, these two, they killing me.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, they just had to rear their ugly head.
Half
That
the
was
job,
actually
most
fun.
of the job, most of the job of like a top keeper at a top club is just being locked in for 90 minutes, right?
Yeah, that's what you gotta do.
This
Yeah.
is why these bum keepers have great games against top teams, because those are the one games where they're using
The whole game, they gotta be on it. Like,
yeah.
It's
Remember
all day.
Daniel? Remember Ramsdale said that when he was at Arsenal, and he was like, "I have problems
Yeah, he was like,
concentrating for 90
He
minutes."
was right. Was just looking at him all funny.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Arsenal got the ball and just kicking it
Listen,
around.
listen. That type of nigga ain't never have to tell me that. He never had to tell you that. I knew that.
Daniel
gotta
was
tell me
also.
that.
You didn't need to say all that. We already knew.
I knew that. I knew he. Look at the birds and shit. This is
Looking
not
at
a
the
real thing.
birds and shit, like
That's what he was doing. So I'm like, yeah, this shit was. I look at the birds and I lock in again. Come on, man. It's not a real thing. Not a real thing.
I don't even know why these. What?
Yeah,
people,
I never believed nothing about this.
People believing the sun in 2026 is crazy, bro.
It's mental, huh?
Yeah, that is that. Yeah, now that you say it like that, that is crazy work.
I mean, you're not fans to be
We
starving
in
out.
2026, bro. We still believe in the sun, bro. Like, what are we doing, bro? Like,
I've heard he had a minimum transfer fee of 170 million. It's just from a
170. Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, just a minimum.
Well, cover your bread, man. That means it's at least going to 200. You got 200? Hey, we could talk. I think any player at 200.
I'm pretty sure Sir Jim Ratcliffe has
They
got
said
that.
all of the untouchables have a similar fee to that. Enzo as well, and like Clear Lake are looking more to sell. Oh no, Clear Lake are looking more to sell Cobham grads. So look at Chimpong because his dad's making a bit of noise about game time.
Oh, keep fussing. Keep fussing. Yeah. They got all these other 19-year-olds. Your ass is gonna be in. Gonna be in
That's one thing that we ain't got a
grad.
shortage of, Jimmy. We ain't got a shortage of 19-year-olds.
That nigga's gonna be a silent grad.
What is
add him to the 1 billion pounds of Cobham grads that we already sold too.
He said,
Cobham instead of more just straight pure profit, more like your James.
I like Josh, but just like with Daniel always used to preach this, and he got me to really buy into it. Like, you can't have 3 20-year-olds, bro. Somebody gonna be like, yo, I'm not running from the fight, but why am I fighting? I'm too good for this.
Bro, remember I was telling people you can't have Josh and Hato on the pitch at the same time?
Not at the same time.
Well, not only that, imagine
you cannot
like
do that. Like
Antamino, Sarr, and him. Like,
yeah, I'm keeping him at Antamino personally.
For this, I can go to another team.
Yeah, no. It's obvious. Like for everybody, the easiest move is Josh, right?
Yeah, it is.
He's going to make the most money. He's the most wanted, right? But it's a dual thing. It's because to me, it's not. I'm not giving up Josh for the lesser talents and that's Lamingo. I'm giving up Josh for Sarr, right? And that's cool. Yeah. As long as you actually believe in something, but it don't sound like you do because you want to get Jacquet for 65 million.
Yeah, but that's where they throw me off. Why are you going to pay 65 million for something you already have here?
Yeah, I was going to say
we got food at home.
They don't believe. They don't actually believe.
Guys, they don't want to pay the
real quick. Daniel used to make the same argument with Colwell and Vardiol. He said, yo, I like Vardiol, but why the fuck am I going to pay 90 million for the same shit? That's the same thing. Why the fuck
it was the same thing too?
Jacquet?
Literally.
Why go spend all that money on Jacquet and we got Sarr?
I'm like, yo,
and you know what, Jimmy? Did you know what the funniest thing is? Because I talked about this before. In a year's time, we're going to be here talking about the next centre back that's played good for 6 months, like we did about Araujo and we did about Huson and we did about Kusanov. There'll be another one in 6 months' time, in a year's time. Sorry, there will be another one. I guarantee you. I'm willing to bet my entire life savings on that. There will be another one in a year's time we're talking about, and he'll be the next big thing.
And if he's played for City in France,
played
in France, he's getting signed. I can tell you that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. That's what
because like if Jacquet was the dude, he was playing last season, by the way. I don't even know if it was for Rennes, but he was at least playing. Why didn't you sign him if he was the dude?
This is what usually happens, right?
Arsenal wanted him last
in this roulette. When you sign too many young players around the same age, you're going to lose some of the better talents. I'll be honest with you. If you're asking me to put my hat on some of these center backs, right? It would be Josh and Sarr.
Yeah,
it would be, right? Mostly because and why? Almost, I'll say a good percentage of every single center back that we let go at that time has competed for a title or is competing for a title.
Yeah,
he's the last one who's made it there now.
Yeah, Daniel, that's the next step of like the next couple of years when we start seeing the guys that we've overstocked that position with, and then they start leaving to go to other clubs. That's the next like kind of not red flag, but like we got to look to see, all right, when I say we, I'm talking about the board and stuff. Did they fuck up by letting this player go? Did they fuck up by letting this player go? And you just can't trust. You can't trust their intentions, and you can't trust their player like scout. I don't want to say.
You don't get it. There's always a critical mass, right? You're gonna hit a point where it's like if it's only 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
There's only two of them. Maybe it'll work, right? And because one is more flexible, he can play right back as well, so you can play him at right back, and you can do. That's cool. When it becomes 4, it's never gonna work, right?
Yeah.
Somebody has to go. Like we saw it even early on with our incredible team 04. Dallas had to go.
Yeah.
Somebody has to go. So the expectation that we're gonna develop all these guys all at once, right? Which is why I just knew like it was pointless getting Zen Garnacho, because what are you gonna do when the 40 million 18-year-olds comes in next year?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do then?
And I was going to say, Daniel, and you're reaping the rewards of it, because, bro, we are, 7 months into a season? Gittins and Garnacho ain't developed a single bit.
Yeah.
We're 7 months into
thing too, Scott,
they haven't developed at all.
Guess who's developed more? Esteval. You've gotten the benefit of that development, even though he's played a lot, less minutes than them, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is now, like, okay, so what are you going to do when the other 18-year-old who is highly rated, right, comes into the team? On the same side that he's going to have to play.
I know. That's why I'm not. That's why I'm not.
And you look at other examples as well. I'm just thinking now. Santos has developed when he's had less competition. When he's been able to play, he's shown development. Same with Josh. When they've been able to play and had less competition, they've been able to develop. The times they haven't developed is when they're either getting played out of position because there's too many other guys trying to play the position, or when they're not played. So you can't bring 4 young guys in because at least 2 of them are never developing. They're never getting any development outside of whatever they gain in training, which you can only gain so much because you have to play minutes on a football pitch.
Yeah,
so
that's the thing, Scott. When Quenda comes next year, if we're ready to, and I think all of us are ready to be like, you know what, training wheels off Esteval, right? Like let him go and like of course manage him so he's not playing 3 games a week and stuff like that. But the important games he needs to be our right winger. But I think all of us to a person rate Quenda, but how is Quenda supposed to develop if Esteval is ahead of him? Who knows if the terrorist Neto will still be here? But does that mean that we put Quenda on the left side where
I would do that?
He's okay, he's good there because he's a talented player, but then you've got Garnacho and Gittins who are also trying to develop. So you've got you just can't develop 4 young wingers at the same time. Like it doesn't make sense. Like ideally you'd want Neto to be good, and then whoever the backup right winger is to sort of
he learns off him.
Transition plan, and you can say, all right, Neto, you're as good as you got to get. You still got some resale value. We're gonna fuck you off, and you can go somewhere else. But we got all these players, and it happens at so many positions where it's just like, do you trust the board to make the right decision about who's going to stay, who's going to leave? And then it's up to the manager to figure it out. Like, I don't know.
You know what it is, KG? They just treat this like the Hunger Games, no?
I think just come back to the centre-back thing very quickly. I do think that's as well, like, if we get Jacquet, Anselmino's career at Chelsea is dead. Like, fully dead. It's dead. Yeah. Because, like, there's no place for him. Because you've got him and Sarr, who I think are, and part of this is because of injuries, potentially further along in their development.
I still see Sarr as still like a very much of a big project. Danny,
100%. But I'm saying
I didn't watch halftime either, so like I'm gonna be straight up. I didn't watch much.
I watched the final.
Did you guys? Did you guys see something like different than normal from him? I didn't get to watch
well against him in the series,
so, like, I don't know.
And that's only a small sample size.
Like, here's where I'm at, right? Here's where I'm at with it, right? Is when I watch him.
Fucking no.
My bad, guys. He looks like a good young center back, right?
He does.
Right? He doesn't look like, he's ready to come into Chelsea and start right away. Well, I'm comparing him to another guy who has even less experience than him. And for me, the center back thing is because the way I look at center backs is mainly mental. A lot of them have the physical capabilities to play center back. Half of it is the mental. The difference is he's going to play for his national team. So while he's playing at Strasbourg and fighting for Europa League place, he's going to be at the World Cup. He's going to have that pressure from his country. And that's a development thing where it does age you. It does make you better a lot quicker. So if you're asking me, okay, who do I put? You spent the money on him, right? I'll develop him and I'll develop Josh because Josh can also play in different positions. He can play in right back. They are forcing him to play left back, which is crazy, but he can play left back, I guess. But he can play in different positions. So if you're telling me which two would I keep, I'll keep those two. As Flamingo, big up. And you're injury prone, so I don't know. It might be time to go.
I don't have any feelings about Samino. I was just asking.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: if we had to so Sar and Flamino, Josh, and then we'll just throw Jacquet in there. What? Jacquet. I was thinking Miss Jacquet. Remember Miss Jacquet?
Yeah.
Fine ass. Yeah.
Hey.
If we had to if we could only take two of those, and knowing that I get it, we've never seen a lot of us have never seen Jacquet. Who what would you fellas? What would your
Josh
who would your
and,
two be?
Mine would be Josh and Sar.
Josh and Sar. Joey, I'll be interested because you've probably seen Jacquet more than all of us. And don't think about price.
The thing with Josh is, bro, I like him at right back more than I like him at center back.
I do too.
That's my problem with it. In the end, that's my real problem with it. It's realistically, I'm talking about two different positions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel about it. I don't really have any other feelings other than that about the whole situation, bro. If it's me, I'm keeping Josh, but the way that Josh feels about his career, that he's going to be a center back.
Yeah.
So
that's fine because the way that he's developing, right? It's not the same because this guy was actually getting reds out of nowhere. When they had Ramos and they had Pepe and those guys, right? The reality is Ramos wanted to play center back, but he couldn't play center back. He had to play right back. You know what I'm saying? Later in his career is where he played center back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Most red cards in history, by the way, center is crazy.
Yes.
Yeah. Pepe's 3 on that list.
So is Gareth.
But anyway,
so Daniel, who would your two
I
be?
see where you're going with it. All right, then Josh and Jacquet would be my two. That would be my two.
I think that's what mine would be too. Daniel, who would your two be?
What have you seen of Josh and Sar? Because I already have seen him.
What about you?
And I know Jacquet not touching that French national team.
Yeah, probably again because I watched a little bit more of Suds. I watched AFCON, probably Josh and Sar.
What about you, Lewis?
Jacquet.
I have to say Josh because he's the one I watch the most of.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jacquet.
Yeah, Miss Jacquet. I'm sort of intrigued by the devil.
I've watched more of Jacquet than I'd even say of Sar, to be honest. Just because
can I just point something out? We've just there is 7 of us on the panel right now.
Yeah,
I find it so funny. Not a single man said Anselmino, and we were told 2 years ago this guy was the future. This guy was gonna every centre back out the club.
Daniel made a good point.
He could be
about Anselmino that
he could be Beckenbauer for all we know, bro. But we don't know because
we don't know.
Motherfuckers play
scammy as well.
Yeah. Being injury prone,
it scares the shit out of me.
With Lavia, because we're so scarred with what
nobody went and watched him when he was at Boca outside of Steve.
Yeah.
So nobody could tell you that. He hasn't played for us, and he hasn't played for and he played 6 or 7 games for fucking
Dortmund.
For Dortmund.
Yeah.
It's what are we talking about?
Yeah, but
I'll be honest. The injury prone thing. I know you touched on it, KG. I said this before. You can't. There are certain positions I think you can be injury prone, and it's acceptable. You can allow it. The centre back is the literal centre back and goalkeeper are the 2 positions you cannot be injury prone. Goalkeeper, I think, speaks for itself, and centre back is all about Alex preached this before, and I've got to a point I agree with him. It's about partnerships. How the fuck you build a partnership if you're playing once a week or you're not playing for 8 months because you're injured for the rest of the game? So bro, you're injury prone centre back, leave my club.
And seeing the once a week thing with Fofana, bro, it's not good enough to be able to create a partnership with.
And Scott, to your point and to Daniel's point, if you're injury prone in fucking Germany, what are you going to do when you come to the Prem and it's high intensity, high pressure, elite level athletes.
Antonino's injury record is, bro. I looked up the other day. It's 4. So he's had 6 injuries. At least 4 of them are hamstring injuries.
Did Antonino play for us in the Club World Cup?
Did he?
No, he was in the
squad.
I think he made one bench appearance. He has made an appearance for us. It was either that or in the cup, I think.
Bro, I don't.
His injury record is cooked. Look at this. He's 20 years old, by the way.
Look at all them hamstrings. More hamstrings than Lavia. That's crazy. It look like
the muscle injury comes from the hamstring, bro.
Are we sure that's not Saka's injury?
Yeah, it does. Overcompensating. Or compensating, rather. Yeah. That's the thing, right? This is a perfect segue, right? Like, if everyone's fully fit,
yeah,
right,
Antonino came on against Benfica at the end of extra time.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I knew it was one.
Everyone agreed that our best
Club
partnership
World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, that's look. That's a lot of games missed for a 21-year-old.
Yeah. No, we signed him, guys.
Oh shit!
This is the risk of signing players early, and we're doing this now, and people don't actually know this, or not realizing it right now. But
it almost makes you, Joey. It almost makes you
when
wonder.
we sign players early, you have the risk of that team overplaying them and ruining your goods before they even get here. Like
it almost makes you wonder.
There's a risk of that. Think of
it almost makes you wonder why
Nkunku had an injury. The year that he was supposed to come, the year we bought him, and he was supposed to come the next following year, he had an injury in that year, a big injury, and he played they overplayed that shit out of him. Same thing goes with Quenda right now. Yeah. Quenda has a foot injury.
Yeah, that's the why would if you're Dortmund. Like Dortmund
this is the risk you take when you sign these players in this manner.
Yeah, that's crazy. Muscle tears, muscle injuries, hamstring, which is basically a muscle anyways. Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, he's cooked. He's finished, bro. And this is the thing. If he was if he was 25, 26, right, and it was looking like this, and that was kind of it, then okay, you think maybe that's one every few months, or it's one every couple of seasons or something. He is 20 years old. And he's had 6 muscle injuries, at least 4 of which are hamstring.
That's crazy.
He's cooked, bro. This is what I'm trying to say. This is nothing against his ability, bro. I'm not trying to see him. I'm not trying to see Fofana, but these guys that can't stay fit for more than 1 game a week, leave, bro. Leave.
Yeah.
Lavia, that's a different conversation because it's a different area of the pitch, and also there's the 40k thing, and we've got other players.
Yeah.
But these guys at centre back.
Yeah, he did.
When we're having to play Chalobah every week, I like it, Chalobah, but he's a top 4 centre back. When I'm having to watch Tosin play because these guys can't stay fit, fuck all of that. Fuck all of that. Because then also, sorry, just quickly, what this does as well is when guys like Jacquet or Sarr come in, they have to play and perform immediately because if they don't, we're cooked. In 2 senses. Number one, we're just cooked on a football pitch, obviously, but also we're cooked because the guys that should be playing over them and giving them the time to bed in can't stay fit. So they just have to play and just play shit because there's no one else.
Yeah. Dan, you're
they get no time.
Defensive partnership too because of all the
I just want to bring up so if everyone's all fit, all our centre backs are fit, right? Do we agree that our quote unquote best partnership is Fofana Colwill, knowing that Colwill's coming off an ACL and Fofana's sketchy injury record? So it's
yes.
That's so good. Yeah. Someone asked me yesterday what was our best 2 center backs this year.
Colwill and Fofana. Oh, this year. Okay,
Oh, this season is Fofana and Josh for me.
Yeah.
The question was you got a game tomorrow. Who are the 2 center backs that you're picking for tomorrow's game? And I struggled. I said Chalobah.
Fofana and Chalobah for me.
Fofana and Chalobah.
Yeah, I say if in terms of a partnership, if you're talking a partnership thing, it is those 2. If you're talking who was the most on form, or who's had the best season, I'd say it's Fofana and Josh personally. But it's probably Fofana and Chalobah.
Yeah,
dark, man.
That's why I always try to
2 starting center backs are guys who are going to be, one is regularly injury prone, and the one is coming back
from fun. And one's come back from ACL.
Daniel. So instead of signing, so now we're here to make one major signing now in this summer, and we're going to spend that money on a 20-year-old to fill that gap.
I know.
And not even that, Daniel. We're going to sign it on a 20-year-old to come in the summer.
Yeah. Yep. What are we doing? Yep. Doesn't make sense.
I try to tell people that our squad building is one of the worst.
It's backwards, bro. It feels backwards.
Exactly, Judo. We don't know.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Backwards, bro.
It's so bad. The positions
every time we say we need to probably raise that like average age of the squad by a couple values here. Like, truthfully, like we just need to add that average age to the squad just a couple values. Like, just truthfully, that's just what it needs to be. It's just backwards, freaking squad building, man.
Yeah,
it's backwards.
It is nuts.
Yep. I wish Liverpool had to play Carabag on that turf.
That's for tough.
You know.
Here's
a travelling squad. 4 goalkeepers.
I think we do that regularly, to be fair.
Do we do 4? I thought we had 3, I'd guess, just to have 1 in training.
No, we normally do 4 because we'll normally call like a youth guy, but we've got 2 youth guys because we decided not to call Slonina.
Well, they can enjoy the experience, I guess. Cool. We should still be beating Napoli anyway.
Bro, why did we spend 10 mil on Slonina?
Yeah,
Bro,
that's a great question.
He wasn't great in the MLS.
Was he?
No, he was though. Like that. The stupid thing is, like he was good in the MLS. And he was wanted by a few teams. I know Real Madrid wanted him, but it's like if you bought him, you loaned him twice to a relegation team. So you loaned him to a relegation team in Belgium where they got relegated, and he had a kind of mid-season. And then you loaned him to a good team in League One and record him after half a season. And then that's been his career at Chelsea. Like, what the fuck are we doing, bro?
Yeah. That's poor squad planning because we bought him, then we bought Petrovic and then we bought Sanchez, and then a year later we bought Penders as the develop. Like we had bought and then Jorgensen. So we had bought like 7. I remember we had bought 7 keepers in like 2 years, and you're just like, yo, that's not like how do you justify that? And like how do you not say, all right, after the 4th one, all right, that's enough. Like that's absolutely enough. Like we don't need to address that position anymore. We need to see what we have.
We don't need to address it in that way. Like find these guys with no experience for 1 year, or from you got Slonina and Petrovic, who both came from the MLS, right? So the quality is not even. And then you had a guy like what's his name, Jorgensen, right? He had 1 year. He had 1 year in like a top flight league, right? So now but this is what they keep doing. It doesn't matter how many guys fail, as long as one looks decent or one, hits. They can be 4 or 5, and they're like, it's a good ratio.
Yeah, pretty much.
It doesn't make sense. But to me, it's like I would stop doing that at least at some point, and I would say, you know what? Let me try to develop these guys that I've signed.
Yeah.
Wherever it lands, like let me actually play them over a few years.
Yeah.
Right. Let me
see what you have. Like at some point,
buy experienced guys with them. So like, don't try to buy more youngsters and say, I want you to compete with this other youngster. Like, what's the point in that?
Especially not goalkeepers, Daniel, because you're not going to sub a goalkeeper off unless they get hurt. So it's not like if we're up 3-0 like we were in Palace and we're say, all right, we're going to take off. This is just a random example. We're going to take off so and put on. What the fuck is that young guy's name? Reggie Walsh. Like, and I know this didn't happen, but like the general thing, you don't do that with keepers. Like your keeper ideally can play every match, and you might rotate in the cups and things like that. But
this is where, like KG, this is like we talked about a centre back and obviously needs play. The goalkeeper thing is even worse because I'm thinking about it now, and if people can think of examples, cool. I'm trying to think of a time a top club has developed a young keeper at their own club.
None. Most smart teams buy keepers that are like 24, 25. And then when they
I'm thinking like Courtois, we didn't, like for example, we didn't develop Courtois. We didn't develop Courtois. We sent him on loan.
He was already starting at Atletico.
Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like we sent him on loan to another club, is what I'm saying. Like in terms of at the club I'm talking about like at the club that they came to.
Yeah. Allison
Like-
came when he was ready.
Allison
Lloris
was like already playing for
like
Roma.
one of the best goalkeepers in the world, or at that potential when he went to Tottenham.
Yeah, like Lloris was playing.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of like, because this is what he's like. You can't, for goalkeepers, we talk about obviously young players need to play football. That's doubly true for goalkeepers. You can't play them in just cup games and think they're going to develop like that. They need to play regularly league games week in, week out. So they play a range of different teams. So like what we're doing with Penders is good in terms of you loaned him to Strasbourg, he's playing regularly. Then it's like, okay, cool.
Would you maybe say Ederson? Well, that's more from like he came from Brazil, but I don't know what he was doing there.
No, they bought him from Benfica. Bro was in Benfica, was playing Benfica regularly.
Yeah, my bad.
Even David De Gea, like, yes, he was young when they bought him and they developed him. He was playing regularly for what's it called? For Atletico Madrid.
The only club I could think maybe was like Joe Hart and Man City, but like they were already on the build up from being a mid-table side. That's the only one. Even that's an anomaly.
Czech was 20.
But Czech had a lot of experience when he was at Rennes, so he was there for 2 years, I think.
Cool.
And it's like Lloris, he came with the potential of being.
I want to point two. Let's use that example. Actually, I want to point two things out. Number one, we are talking over 20 years ago. Secondly, we're talking about one of the best keepers the Premier League has ever seen. We brought him in at 20 and he was able to play. Do you understand my point here? It basically never happens because it's not something you can do.
At a world-class level immediately.
Like, Daniel's 3 years, 4 years, right? Before he gets, because listen, even shit guys, right? Shit guys that in the Premier League when they were younger, they were just like, yo, what kind of fucking keeper is this? He was able to a guy like what's his name? Who's that? What's that Arsenal keeper? He went to Barcelona.
Lehman? Chesney.
Chesney won the league with them last year. Chesney shit.
Yeah.
But the older he got, the better he got, right?
Yeah. Dude, somehow decent for you. It's crazy to me. Yeah.
Same with Stegen as well.
Dude, a lot of it is just due to just age.
Yeah.
Level of experience. Like, that kind of comes with that, right?
That's why I was always
like at the top are just they're too thin for it to like you to go with guys who are one injured or guys who are just not. You're not ready for this level. Like go learn somewhere else for a few years.
That's why I was so we had talked about this on previous other streams where I was like, yo, I don't want to turn the keys over next year to Penders because we're gonna have young, inexperienced center backs, and then or our best center back is coming off of an ACL, and then we're gonna have a kid behind them in goal at 20 years old, and we're gonna have expectations next year because Palmer will be a year older, Caicedo will be a year older, Esteval will be a year older,
Enzo and all that.
Yeah, Enzo and all these guys, and I'm like, all right, it's good that those guys are getting experience, and I would actually classify all those guys as experienced players, except for Esteval. But we're gonna have a 20-year-old that just came from Strasbourg in between the
I would feel differently about it if he was at least like playing for his country. You know what I mean? Like if he was,
yeah.
And the thing is, as well, is like
if
Daniel touched on earlier.
What's the point? You're not ready.
And like Daniel touched on earlier as well, like part of the thing is as well, because I see people mention Donnarumma. So there are two things with Donnarumma. The reason why he played is number one is he was just at his age group, like an incredible goalkeeper. So like he deserved the chance. But secondly, we're talking about Milan in a time where they were they were a joke. They were a mess. So it's like they could afford, or not even afford. They decided we're just gonna grin and bear our teeth through the ups and downs. And obviously there was way more ups and downs. But it's like, and Daniel touched on this earlier. If you're gonna do this with young guys, there comes a point where like you've just got to accept that we're gonna have ups, we're gonna have downs, we're gonna look shit some games, we'll look good some games. You just gotta ride through it. Like we might finish 4th one season, we might finish 6th. That's gonna happen with young kids. But the reward is in a couple years, 2-3 years, because they've played a bunch, they've seen all they can see. Maybe they're playing for their national teams or they're starting to break into their national teams. They're going to start to develop mentally, physically, technically. And all of a sudden, like they're starting to build chemistry. They're starting to push on. But these guys don't want to do that. Like we're seeing dudes, and regardless of whether they're shit or not, right? But we're seeing guys Gittins come in a year's time, he will be gone. We're seeing Delap in a year's time, he's going to be gone. Madueke got 2 years, gone. Mudryk got 2 years. I know he's going to apparently come back. He's going to Strasbourg, whatever. He's finito at this football club. Like, regardless of whether they're good or shit, there has to be a plan of like, these guys have to play, so you just have to just firm it if they're going to play. Like, for example, next season, if you think Penders is the guy, just play him from the start of the season. If we finish 5th, because Penders makes mistakes, we finish 5th. Because if the plan is correct and the plan and the thought process is sound and your eye for talent is sound, he's going to push on to the point where next season we're not finishing 5th, we're potentially finishing 3rd or 2nd because he's kicked on in the way you think he's going to kick on.
Yeah.
If he doesn't kick on, he's shit and you just made a mistake.
Right.
No, but
you need to play in order to see.
This is with me with keepers and even center backs. It's a little bit different, right? I tell you what, a lot of young players, except for like wingers, like attacking guys, because we see those all the time. The problem with those is it's a confidence game. But once you make enough errors and they score enough goals on you, now your confidence is fucked. How many top goalkeeper talents have we seen and they've landed nowhere after they've been punished because they weren't just ready? You know what I mean? Just building up enough confidence where you come and you just pick up corners confidently, right? Every single time. If you don't have that, you're going to concede a few hilarious goals just off that. Just off maybe not moving off your line or maybe trying to punch it and you fuck it up. Like that's all. So and that's going to just add to your confidence, dropping and dropping and dropping. Obviously, I'm not saying babysit this kid, but if you can do something where it's next year, right? Strasbourg is in Europe, play in Europe one more year, right? Make your way into your national team, some way, somehow, because the guy you're competing with is, I mean, he's okay.
Yeah.
So if you can do that, then yes, come to Chelsea and be our number one. If you can't do that, then I don't.
The standard, Daniel. The standard needs to be higher.
Keeper shit. Like, I just know all timers.
Well, just proper scouting, no?
So
like Mendy from Rennes. Even then, we had Christophe Lolicon as a goalkeeper coach.
Mendy started off incredible and then made errors. It wasn't the other way around. You know what I mean? It wasn't like Mendy was making errors and then he went to the next level.
That was the other way around. Yeah.
Yeah, we caught Mendy on a heater. So what are you saying, Daniel? We should just buy the next Rennes keeper?
Leave that open.
Jacquet and whoever's in net for Rennes.
I hear. Rennes hasn't let us down. Huh? Check Mendy.
We did that. We would have got Chevalier in the summer.
If he's drowning,
you know what's funny, Lewis? People are saying Chevalier shit all of a sudden.
Yeah, apparently he hasn't been doing well this season.
Yeah,
Chevalier.
No, he started badly. I don't know about now.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. The keeper one of the keepers that's ahead of Penders in the Belgian pecking order, Lemens at United. I actually think he's calm.
But you know what? Do you know what the Lemens thing is though?
He's just
Lemens is a perfect. Do you know what the thing is with Lemens though? Lemens is the kind of perfect example of what I'm talking about, or what we talked about. Like, hang on, let me get him up. I just want to make sure. How old is he? When you say he's old,
no, he's older. He's like 23.
24. Yeah.
Let me have a look. He's 23. He's going to be 24 this year, so he's a little bit older, but he's still young goalkeeper time, right? But look what they've done. Obviously, they had shit beforehand in terms of they had Onana and
of course,
what's it called?
Onana
Bayindir. That's what. Yeah. But they went, no, fuck this. We're dropping both of them. We're selling it. We're getting rid of Onana. We're dropping Bayindir. We're starting this dude. He could have. He came from like what was it, Antwerp or something? Standard Liège in Belgium. To play for Manchester United, and they just went, fuck it. Like, we'll just do it because we need a goalkeeper. This is the guy we think he is. He's made mistakes. Like, the Arsenal goal I just conceded is on him, the second one that Marino scored. Yeah. But he was also making big saves. He's helped them in terms of the build-out with the way he plays football. And they just firmed it and went, fuck it, we're going to firm it. And it's worked out for them. Now, I'm not saying that's always going to happen, but we even decided to firm it with some of these dudes. We're just like, nah.
Yeah.
Like, and then we're expecting it to work.
I know. It's a madness.
Look even Sunderland's keeper, Robin Roofs. He's like a Dutch keeper, 23 as well. He looks
like 22 as well.
Yeah, he looks quite good.
I mean, that's
if you scout properly, no.
The only thing is that like the rest of Europe is moving they're moving towards a Chelsea model in terms of younger and and keep resale value, but it's not to our extreme. So like where Liverpool bought that kid from Atalanta, I think was it Atalanta or Parma, the one that the center back.
Oh, you're talking about another one talking about the ACL.
Yeah. So like that's reasonable, right? Like he's one for the future. But the problem, like what Daniel was, always talks about is it's not one for the future for us, it's 5 for the future. And you're just like, yo, you can't develop that many players, or you're not going to give certain people opportunities. And then on top of that, you can't not have stability in your club and change managers and expect, right? Because we've seen managers come in, and just like all managers do, right? Some managers rate certain players, some managers don't. Like it's obvious that Rosinho rates Santos more than Maresca did, right? He trusts him because he had that relationship with him. But certain managers are going to give certain players opportunities. Certain managers aren't going to give certain players opportunities. So how do you, when you've got 5 players in a position, and that, I might be exaggerating things, but when you've got those players in that certain position, how do you, that's just another question that you're asking a manager or to solve. And it's just like, yo, like it's too much. Like at some point they just need
to value different things, right?
Yeah, man.
Because you value different things. If there's too many of them, and like you're okay, all of you guys are 20. I like the way that he works a little bit more, and then maybe the fan base likes the way that this guy plays on the ball more, right? Or maybe the management likes this guy because he has the biggest name. So now there's a confusion in the fucking fan base because there's 3 guys and everybody thinks their guy should be playing and blah blah blah, and there's just no need for that, right? Like development is going to get stalled, right? It is going to get stalled for somebody. Or the worst part is you end up losing the best talent out of the ones who are
there. That's what I was talking about earlier, Daniel, about who knows in 2-3 years time the guy that we let go, is it going to be like another? And this, I know Lewis Hall wanted to leave, but is it going to be another Lewis Hall?
Livramento.
Stop saying that. He wanted to leave. I don't believe that. But either way,
he's also comes from a family of Geordies.
No. Like this. Yeah, I just want to touch on very quickly.
6-year contract. Like
he signed a 6-year contract and then wanted to go on loan to Crystal Palace. Wanted to go on loan to Crystal Palace, and we said no, and then sold him.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to hear that. It's the same with the Vega shit. He wanted to go on loan to play centre back. We said no, and then got pissed at him because he wanted to play centre back for the World Cup.
Yeah,
and wanted to go out on loan.
Week in, week out.
I'm not trying to hear that he wanted to leave and all that nonsense.
I like Vega. Like I wanted us to keep him. Like I thought he was a very good utility player.
Yep.
Or could have been a very good utility player.
I'd rather him play centre back right now over Maddie Shield. I'll tell you that for fucking free.
Fuck yes, Matt. Every day of the week. I wouldn't want Betty Shield playing on my.
That's just the irony, no? We didn't want to let him stay because of whatever sold him. He wants to play centre back, and we need centre backs. So.
Yeah,
go figure.
I know.
We're playing him at left back and stuff.
Then he goes to Juve, plays week in, week out for Juve at center back. Then he goes to Real and plays week. I'm just like, I don't get it. Like he's another player that I would have been like, all right, he's got some tools. He's got great physical attributes to him. He's tall. He can run. He can play a pass. Fucking see what you got.
How's he even doing at Villarreal?
Huh?
How's he even doing at Villarreal?
I don't know where they are. I don't watch them.
Not watch Villarreal games, but I mean,
no, I'm just guessing he's not really doing too well then if it's going quietly.
I mean, they're 4th. Like he's probably
he's good, 4th, and I think they're in the Champions League. Like they're in and around the top 16. So, like I don't think he's pulling up trees, but I don't think he's been like I don't think they're regretting their decision. I guarantee he's going to go to a big club in 2-3 years for like 50 million.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's why it's not so tough. I mean, sometimes those players just don't really fit what we're trying to do, or we just get rid of them just cause is what it is. Like, if we just kept thinking back on all the players we could have, it's like Sturridge. I used to think back on Sturridge how it's like we used to put him left wing. He wanted to play striker. We let him go, and it's like when he played well for Liverpool, like it's like fuck, man, we could have had that.
Yeah, but this goes back to what Daniel said, and we didn't miss Sturridge to a point because like. The reason he left is because we had guys like Anelka playing over him, and like we had other dudes who like it didn't like we didn't miss him, even though he left and killed it. Obviously, the injuries killed him, but he killed it at Liverpool. We didn't miss him because of what else we had. Like,
fair.
I don't ever regret selling Salah because number one, he was kind of
he weren't ready at the time we had him,
but also because of what we had at the time, right? Like, outside of Willian, who was kind of meh, like, I like Pedro, I like Schürrle when he was here, obviously Hazard, like, we had dudes who was like, yeah, obviously you see what Salah's done, but it is what it is. That's why going back to the point of, like, as long as you don't, like, I'm cool missing out on some talents, right? Like, say, for example, this Jacquet, he kills it, right? He becomes one of the best centre-backs in the world. But, you know, who's also one of the best centre-backs in the world is Sarr. No one cares. No one's going to give a single shit.
Yeah. You just have to hit. You have to hit on one of them. If you hit on
that's what I'm saying. So it's like,
is bad.
We're going to care if we get rid of Sarr or Anselmino or whoever, and the guy we bring in sucks. And we're here talking about this guy sucks, and we're seeing this guy play for, you know, Atletico or Real or whatever and performing. It's like, what are we doing? But that's like, that's
the problem is, like, we're all debating a ton of question marks, and like this is basically what the project is now. This is why we keep going round in circles about it, because everything's an if. Every player that we're talking about is an if because we're asking them to reach a certain level that they haven't already come with,
which is not fair.
Yeah.
It's just always be like established player who's got more experience than the players learn off them. That's how it's meant to be. But this ownership just trying to do something different just because, you know what I mean, just because of ego and shit, be the first ones to do a project like this.
Nah, it's just because everything's resale value. That's it.
That's part of it, but it's definitely because, like, in their head, they're like, we want to be the first ownership to, like, run a football club in this particular way that's never been done before. It's all egotistical.
Maybe there's some ego to it. You can always make an argument for that.
That's
fucked up.
It really has to be about resale value, and that's like, that's means you're so fearful about failing on any signing that you're just thinking about what you're
ball back playing, Daniel. Yeah.
Because in midfield, it's like, it doesn't even, not even, just anywhere, it doesn't make sense to just not, you know, get in someone like a Lacroix, right? He's 25, I think.
Lacroix,
24. It's going to be a little more money. He's probably going to he's probably going to take under whatever your wage structure is. But, or if you can't get him, then you wait, right? You sell one of the two bozos. You know what I'm saying? And you bring back Sarr. Keep that money because you're gonna be able to spend that money at some point. But don't waste that money right now. Because once you spend it, you're locked in.
Yeah.
However long it takes is however long it takes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's why I would always say,
what if Sarr is better?
Credit.
If Sarr comes in and he's better than Jacquet, who then plays? Or does Jacquet just get automatic playing because he costs more money?
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully you do have a manager who says it doesn't matter what your price tag is, and hopefully you have a manager where you're not putting any undue influence over his squad selections. But we know based off the reports that might not be true at this football club. So, hey, I don't know, Daniel. I don't know.
I think what they want a manager that's going to be like more fearless in terms of rotation. Just so all of these young players get a decent amount of minutes to develop themselves.
Yeah.
Or at least, like, to a point. Some could just be fucking awful, and then, like, that's at the manager's discretion.
Yeah.
But, like, they want some sort of rotation. Because that was the argument part with Maresca and everything. Like, some agents were calling and saying that their players weren't getting enough minutes.
Yeah.
Big up Different Geordie. He says, talk about Arsenal. I don't really know what to say about Arsenal other than they got dominated in their own backyard. They ain't got much else by that. Fuck them, and we're gonna do them in the second leg, bruv.
Yeah.
As long as James Caicedo Palmer's fit, we got signed.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for that return. I think
Palmer's fit for tomorrow at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that next?
It's an important game.
Is that next midweek? So that's
Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it? So what are we? Wednesday? We're Wednesday, Sunday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, Saturday, Tuesday?
Wednesday, Saturday. Saturday 5:30 with a late kickoff.
Ooh. Against West Haram. These dickheads.
I think the lineup's gonna be tomorrow. What changes from the last game?
No. Garnacho's probably starting left wing.
Lafana probably comes back into the lineup.
Yeah.
I think Garnacho starts as well. I'm with you on that.
Up top.
Yep,
I
the
think
lap
Pedro
up top.
starts.
Yeah, I think it'll be.
Esteban maybe starts. No, Palmer.
Palmer, yeah.
I don't think either of them. I think it'll be Neto again and Garnacho.
I'm not on Neto, bro. Did Neto do another 90? Can we just give this guy a break and give me a break?
Who do we? So against Palace, we took
Higgins and Garnacho. I could see
against Palace. Delap came on for Pedro.
Yep.
Higgins came on
for Esteban.
Esteban came on
for James.
Hmm.
And then
Gusto came
midfield
on Neto as well.
Yeah.
No, Neto didn't play 90 against Palace.
No, he didn't.
Lewis.
Did what?
He got taken off. He got taken off for Gusto. He didn't play 90. He's definitely playing.
Came on. Yeah.
Bro, he is 100% starting against. Yeah, he's 100% starting against what's it called? Against
I
Napoli.
gave him a whole 15 minutes off. Yep. Damn it.
Oh my God, Pedro Neto.
Yeah.
I want to say Esteban, but no.
No. James, you got subbed off.
Yeah, he's definitely.
Yeah, he's definitely playing.
They won't play Enzo and Santos together because both are on a yellow.
No.
So it'll probably be
If
Caicedo
Palmer-
and Santos, I'm assuming.
If Palmer's good to go from the jump, I think Palmer will be in the 10. I think it'll be a two-man midfield of Enzo, Caicedo, James right back, maybe helping out in the midfield a little bit. And then if that does it, and maybe this could be Hopium, and maybe that's Esteval right, left, pick your poison, literally.
I'm gonna be honest.
And Napoli do have a ton of injuries, by the way. Like they're missing a lot of key players.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't. We've had this. I've had this on another thing. But I've seen people tweet about this, and I kind of agree. I don't think there's going to be, well, not any game. I don't think there's going to be basic or hardly any games where we see Palmer, Esteval, and Enzo Fernandez starting the same team. So, like, if Palmer is starting tomorrow, I think Esteval's on the bench because I think Enzo plays.
Yeah, it'll be Enzo Caicedo again.
I think Esteval's on the bench, or it will be Santos in the midfield and it'll be Enzo drop. But I doubt that personally. I don't think there's a world in which he plays all three at the same time. Defensively, it's just not. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Either way, that should be enough for us to beat Napoli. They're missing way too many key players, and the players that are playing are tired as fuck.
Yeah.
So hopefully, we can do them early. So if Palmer is playing, you can take him off very quickly into the second half.
Just got to watch those aerial balls. There's some tall players in their team.
It's Scott McTominay.
Fucking Scott McTominay. Oh, he's on a madness right now. Yeah.
I know.
It's them tomatoes, huh? It's them Italian tomatoes. Change man's life. I'm telling you, man, you haven't had tomatoes until you've eaten Italian ones.
Yeah. Scotty. Yeah. Oh man. We cannot let him dunk on our
We
head.
can't get Arsenal or Bayern if we finish 8th or 7th. We'd have to finish out of the top 8. We'd have to finish like 15th or 16th.
When can teams from the same league play each other? What round?
Next round, I think.
Next round. The rules are changed.
The round of 16?
Yeah, so like I don't know if we can in the playoff. If we got there, I don't even know if it would matter. And after that, then yeah, we can play like the same.
Gotcha.
This is it, JF. If we finish between 15th and 18th, you've got a 50-50 chance of playing Arsenal. And chat, I'm with you as well. Run that. This time, let's not have Caicedo suspended for the first leg, Palmer injured, and Reece James out.
Yeah. I think if
That
you're
first leg, we were there just stripping. And it was because we had none of our leaders.
Yeah.
Run our leaders back.
I think all the teams in Europe.
Wayne Bridge, they're off, bro.
Yeah, I don't think Arsenal would want to play any of the English teams. Any of them.
They'll do the same thing anyways, play for draws. Like, they just approach it the same damn way. There's no difference. Play compact, play fucking slow, get a corner, bully the goalkeeper, and get a goal.
Avoiding isn't the Chelsea way. Yeah, look, Akpong, I get it. Avoiding it isn't in the way, but run me a nice, easy Benfica. All them some of them German teams not named Bayern. I don't care. I don't care. When you lift the big ears, no one really gives a fuck about who you played in the round of 16 and if it was easy or not. I don't give a fuck. At some point, you're gonna
win champs. You're gonna play someone difficult anyway.
Yeah,
you got no choice. Yeah.
Run me Arsenal, man. I don't care. Arsenal, or it's Bayern, or it's Liverpool, or it's run me Liverpool as well. Light work. Fucking or Madrid. The Champions League, mate. Fucking Champions League. But fuck that, because it's not even about avoiding Arsenal. I want to avoid 2 more games.
Yeah.
So can we win this game and get top 8? That's not even any worry about who we face in the playoffs. Give my players a bit more rest, man. These lot have run their fucking socks off over the last year. Let them rest.
Yeah, for sure.
And that also gives me a bit of time to get this passport renewed, so I'll be ready for the quarterfinals. Up the fucking Chelsea. Up the Chelsea.
Did Fator go with the Napoli?
What was that?
Yeah.
Fator with the Napoli?
Yeah, Fator's over there.
Who scores first in Napoli? Fator or João Pedro?
I'm trying to think who hasn't scored. Garnacho. No one's. But yeah, you man, we're gonna wrap this stream up. Big up to every single one of you that's locked in. Who's live? Rashid's live with Lee and Northside. I'll send you guys over there. Everyone spam World Champions Raid. I'm live with Hussam in an hour. Gonna cook him because they lost and they're beneath us again. Hold that. We'll see you soon. Up the Chelsea.